spells.
Ooh, we are on the air.
All right. Can
Stop.
you paste in the...
What's up, Web?
Can I paste in the thing with the stuff?
I don't know, can you?
Probably not.
Stuff.
Oh, look.
You do.
I don't know if that's the actual right thing, though. Oh, it is. Maybe.
Roll 20.
It is not loading for me, but...
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Ooh. There's a control room.
There is.
Anyway.
You get the control room.
I'm not going to look at that. Did you tweet
It's
something?
not loading. Well, I'm beach balling, so I might have to switch to Chrome. Oh, wait. Oh, yay, loading.
Hooray.
Patience, patience. So we got out of
Not
the
my strong
cave.
suit.
Let's see. The
I'll read.
bugs came to the rescue. We ran off somewhere. Is that how we ended?
As I recall, you guys were where were you? You were captured by Brezrek after he drugged everyone when you got to the Oasis. You woke up and you were caged. You, after some role playing and some frustration, you broke out.
But I repeat myself.
Some of you actually were had some Shakwat beetle bites. I believe Tony was Tony bitten by a Shakwat beetle? Yes.
Yeah, I
and
was too.
Steve. You guys broke out of the cage. You I forget what happened after you broke out of the cage.
The
But
beetles came to the rescue. I remember that.
We beat him and got our stuff back. And when last seen, we were headed back with information back to Tyr. I think.
We made kind of a new acquaintance, right?
Yes, you met a half-elf by the name of Aljara.
We did.
You did indeed. Who told you?
Super memorable character.
She had
Did he say Al Jolson?
She had important information.
Algero.
Al Jazeera?
She told you that she is a House Amkech agent, and she wants to work against House Sham, since House Sham had betrayed House Amkech. As you'll remember, the caravan you're on is a Amkech caravan. It was just taken over by House Sham agents who are involved in the Shakwat beetle trade, you think.
I thought it was a Galaxy-class caravan.
No. And you are... So she said, oh, I know that there is... Well, I'll read exactly what she told you.
Flashback.
Yes. Remember that she led you a short distance away and said, you've done well to free us, but you're not much closer to your true goal. I was in charge of the Amkech trading post at Red Obelisk, and those Sham traders took my post and my men first. I was warned to watch for you when you arrived with Bezrek's caravan. I had no idea that I would be the one needing help. She pauses. I've helped the Veiled Alliance in the past, and I've been helping them investigate the trade in Shakwat beetles. The last time a Sham caravan came through Red Obelisk, I spoke with a Mull named Yarnak, who worked as the master of the guards. He didn't like what he'd heard about the beetles, and was willing to help me. He knows where the beetles are supplied from. He told me that he could be contacted at the Sand Tiger's Tail in Tur. She gazes over the windswept dunes and says, as an Amkech agent, I have much work ahead to repair the Red Obelisk post, but I also think it's important to track down and destroy the beetle source. I'll go with you if you want me to join you.
Come on along. Hey, what
We
was
said
the
yes.
name of the dude from the Sham caravan, just so we have his name handy?
Everybody remember to record yourself, by the way, on your good
Recording!
microphone. Do that now, please.
Well, we didn't really do an intro. I was just kind of asking where we were. That's all.
That's true. And
Right,
I wasn't
then we
recording.
actually
Yeah, recording.
Now I'm recording.
Now's a
Before
good
we
time
were
to start
just
recording, and then
chatting.
we can, yeah, that's right. And then we'll do an intro and all that. Right.
Excellent.
All right. But what was the dude's name?
His name was Yarnak.
Yarnak,
Yarnak.
another half giant?
He's a Mull.
Oh, Yarnak a Mull.
That's one of my guys.
Like a 1/10 giant.
Yarnak the Mole.
Yarnak the Mull.
We've got one of those.
They're all alike, right?
And tiger's tail.
I mean, stats-wise, yes.
What?
Well, sorry. That's how the game works.
That's metagaming, Tony.
It's also
do that.
meta racism, so that.
It's a whole. It all
It all
works
goes
out.
together.
Two great tastes that taste great together. So there we go. Any other questions before we begin? That
Why
pertain
is
to
the sky
D&D?
blue?
The sky in Athos is not blue; it's red.
Really?
Yeah,
True.
It's a dark
Dumb.
sky.
yeah,
Yes, the answer is because it's not.
yeah.
It's lit by a dark sun.
Yeah, think about it.
It's always dark in Athos.
It's always darkest right before dawn in Athos.
That is the worst.
I know. I love
meteorology
making Tony angry because I know he hates that one.
That's just not true. It makes me so angry.
There is no dawn in Athos. So
But Tony
So-
Orlando is there.
Oh.
let's begin, shall we?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Jason, do you want to do an intro? What do you want to do?
Sure.
Okay.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill, a place where it's not a place. What is it? It's a podcast where people that you don't know but we know play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for your amusement. I am Jason Snell. I am one of the players. Our dungeon master, as always or often, is the great Scott McNulty. Hi, Scott.
Hello, Jason. So let's continue our strange tradition of reintroducing everyone every third or fourth episode. Because it amuses me now. Dan,
Hello,
Tell us
I
about
am.
your character.
I am Omlal, a half-giant barbarian whose brother was sadly killed while in the company of many of these people.
Single tier. Erica.
Hi, I am playing Presta Shibogan, an elven ranger who is, I guess I'm not exactly new to the party anymore, but I still feel like the new kid on the block.
Well, now we got another half-elf that's newer than you.
Well,
So
that's true.
you're
but
not
she's
the
an
rookie
NPC. Georgia.
I play a half-elven sorcerer, and I sniff a lot. That's the entire description.
That's all you need, I think.
Except for the name.
Oh, yes. Yes, with Scale. I looked
Secondary.
it up. I was like, what is my name again? It's been a while.
Secondary to the sniffing.
Scale was in a little bubble for a while, but she's
I know.
we've saved her and
That's right.
Dragged me around.
Someone on Twitter was very concerned that Georgia, you were no longer playing, so I had to assure them that you were just
Oh, that's
available.
sweet. My one fan.
That's right.
We'll become
Must
easily
protect
depressed
them.
on Twitter.
Every time they hope I won't be playing, and every time.
No, that's me, Dan. Jason.
yes, I am Carlos the dwarf, the mole. What's my name? Carlos D. Dwarf. Danger is his middle name. He is a mole. Dwarf is a family name because his mother was a dwarf. He's a gladiator and likes to run and hit things. He's a simple man. Simple mole.
Speaking of simple men, Steve.
Oh, what the
Scott, just
that
wait
is.
until the point when when other people are introducing themselves when somebody says something insulting, so he can slot me in to the order.
It's what I do.
Scott, as you very well know, I am playing Kachka, a 3-Kreen bard, and a newly leveled up 3-Kreen bard, I should point out. I am now, along with my compatriots, level 4, and it's very exciting, let me tell you.
4 is a good level.
And Tony, last but not least.
I am playing Regdar, a seasoned paper pusher and middle manager looking for new opportunities in the area of tier. So
There you go. And as Steve pointed out, all of our characters are now 4th level. It was long overdue. I just kept forgetting to tell people to level up. So this is how do you know I'm a seasoned DM?
Does that mean 5th level is going to seem like it comes really soon?
Well, I think we'll get to 5th level at the end of this adventure. So
5th level's awesome!
wow, the room is turned already.
For those who survive.
Oh, we started turned. Now we're facing the other way.
So when last we left, you were in Red Obelisk. You had just escaped from a cage. You had met Aljara, a helpful half-elf who seems to point you in the direction of returning to Tyr. You have a couple of options. You can return to Tyr. You can chase after the caravan if you like. You can do anything else you can think of.
We lost the caravan?
Anything.
Did we lose the caravan?
The caravan left, I think.
Okay.
I wouldn't say we lost it.
It lost us.
Yeah, there might be that.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they left. Did they leave?
Not on my map.
Well, yes, we're looking at an old map here. Well, we will say, since I can't remember, that they are preparing to leave. And that it is the morning.
Tira's a little shaken up from the whole, being locked in a cage, being bitten by a very large beetle.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Regdar is a little disoriented, and I'm kind of forgetting where we are with our mission that we wanted to accomplish, because we have some of the beetles now in our possession. Do we know if we have all of them?
3 out of 4.
We like
The mission is to find the
Ringo.
source of the beetles, and I think my understanding was that by going with our friend back to Tyr, we can investigate more with this Yarnock the Mole fellow. And
so we were previously enamored with the idea of seizing the caravan for ourselves, but that was a personal goal and not a mission goal.
That was a. That was
No,
a
when you
late-
say
that was
when
a
you say
late-
we, I don't think you mean we.
that was a late night goal after.
That may have been
long-
a dream that Regdar had that
I
he's
think
telling you about now. Regdar
think
had
our
a lot of trouble differentiating reality from bug bite fueled,
Let me
delusion.
explain it's a two-tiered goal system that this party had. Tier 1 is the source of the Shakwat beetles. Tier 2 is put a lot of junk in the catapult and fire it.
Wait, which one of
And
those
then there's
takes
going
place
back to
in
Tyr.
Tyr?
Well,
Tier 3 is go to Tyr.
You know the whole take the caravan thing. You know when you've been out drinking and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. You're like, we should get pancakes. Like I kind of feel like that was the same motivation. leading
His
to the
name
same-
was Eglath, okay?
We should get him back.
He's dead. Let it go.
It was my brother.
So you guys let me know what you want to do.
Well, we're pretty busted up, as I recall. I've got 9 hit points, and
I think we're going to heal up and go back to Tyr. I believe that was
are
what
we still at Red
decided.
Obelisk, by the way? Is that where we ended up?
Yeah, we're in a safe house.
Yep, you're in the safe house in Red Obelisk, Aljara's safe house.
Right.
So she says Aljara
And
is
why
there.
did she not get to the safe house when she was taken by the caravan in the first place?
Are you going to ask her that?
Why did you not get to the safe house when when Red Obelisk was taken over by these guys in the first place?
Well, the safe house was available, but I was not expecting this caravan to arrive when it did. It wasn't a scheduled stop, and so when they came in, they took me, and there you go.
Wait, I thought you were expecting us to arrive with the caravan.
I heard you were traveling with this caravan, but I didn't think it was coming yesterday.
Oh.
It wasn't scheduled to stop here until next week.
Yeah, we made good time. We only ran into about 6,000 Gith. So
That's true, which you all killed, so good job.
Someone should put up a sign there, like watch out for the gift crossing.
Gith crossing.
Yeah.
So she says, you're welcome to stay in the safe house as long as you like. We should probably get going soon, though, because I know the Veiled Alliance is a little antsy about these beetles. See what I did there? Antsy beetles. So
We just need to rest. We need to rest out. We
I
need
find
to-
that offensive.
We need to take a long rest. We can do it here, or we
Find
can
that
do it.
offensive.
We can do it back in Tyr, but we do need to take a long rest.
We need to do it here. We are not going all the way back to Tyr.
So a tier, is what, maybe 3 or 4 days ride.
And there are no rest stops on that highway, my friends.
Well, also, do
The
we
whole
have
desert's
anything
a rest stop, really.
Do we have anything to ride, or are we just walking a tier?
So
One does not simply walk into Tyr to
many people walk into tier,
A
but
sandstorm is coming.
it's a common misconception.
Wait, did you say that we're going to see Yarnak at the
I did.
sand? If
Out
we
there.
show up and he doesn't go, Shakwat Beetles, Shakwat Beetles,
that's
I'm going to be very disappointed.
What's the band fronted by John Paul, George Ringo, and Shakwat? No.
These really piping hot pop references. The kids are gonna love it.
This is like some Woodstock joke or something? I don't get it.
Ask your
I think they're
parents.
talking about Ed Sullivan, clearly.
So Aljara says, last time we played, remember Aljara said, we can loan you, well, basically we'll steal from House Amtek some Erdlu. because we need to get
I feel
there.
like House Amketch owes us. They owe us a lot for the terrible
We'll
time.
start
we've
by
had.
taking these Erdlu. That's
Well,
a
now
down
you-
payment.
Well, it's
You
really
will-
Sham that owes us.
Exactly. House Amketch is been duped by Brezrek
yes.
and Shah.
In that case, they're suckers, and we should take advantage of them.
There you go. That's the
continue
spirit.
their dupage. So the night passes uneventfully. You're all healed up. As you do heal up, I believe you can use. I forget what you do. We'll just say you're all healed, full. All your spells
Let's
are
make it a
back.
So
lot
you-
easier.
Some of us learned some
fifth-
spells overnight.
Yeah. In 5th level, do you automatically heal everything completely when you level up, like you did in 4th edition?
DM's discretion.
I will say that yes, given how infrequently I will have you people level up, it doesn't really matter.
Don't we do that anyway with a long rest?
A long rest technically does not heal you fully, but
Oh.
it is annoying, so I say it does.
It doesn't
I like
really.
that.
You heal fully. You just don't get all your hit dice back.
Exactly.
You get half your hit dice back.
It's very complicated. It's not that complicated.
Super complicated.
So it's a morning or evening, whenever you want to head out. Just let me know. At this point, you can leave whenever you tell me you're leaving.
Well, I say we hang out for a week or two. You know,
It's really like farm the land.
hey, this house is safe. There aren't that many places that can boast of that on Athos.
That is true. Algera
Farming is
will
fun.
get a little antsy if you don't leave.
Oh man, that again.
I am happy to be on our way as soon as possible. I don't like it here.
Yeah, let's get going. We got some justice to mete out.
Mm-hmm.
Meat.
I've slept for enough of the games, so.
All right,
think
so
we're all-
you,
Yeah, she's been safe for a while now in the protective
Really?
bubble
Yes,
afforded her by the
that's
dungeon
true.
master.
You just woke her up at the safe house, like, hey,
Oh,
what's going on?
I had quite the hangover. That mead. Ooh.
oof. Let's put that there. So you are riding along on your Erdlus through the desert. We'll say a day has gone by uneventfully. You camp, you have your evening meal, go to sleep, wake up again, continue on towards Tyr. Algera is a seasoned desert navigator, so you have no trouble finding your way to Tyr. You come across this section of the desert that has these large rocks, as you can see in this map. Hopefully everyone can see this map. And they're 10 feet, 15 feet different. These are all kind of rocky outcroppings. The floor is sand. When you started your day, you heard some calls in the desert, animal calls, and all of you can roll. Let me look at someone's character sheet to tell you which one.
Animal handling?
Animal handling is could be helpful.
Probably just nature, right? Because we're just trying to identify them.
Yes, nature. There you go.
8.
So
8 for Rigdar.
anyone, your target's 12. So
I got a 13.
Nature.
10.
No, I got intelligence.
12. 18.
nature is intelligence.
9.
All right. So everybody other than Regdar and Umlal, I believe, yes.
Carlos.
And Carlos, sadly, does not know either.
I don't know. This is not a call of pottery that I'm
It's
familiar
not pottery, no.
Recognizes these calls as the call of the Tembo.
Now, I'm going to need you to actually make this sound so I can get into what it should sound like, please.
Dungeons and Dragons is a game of your imagination.
with. No, Scott, no. We
I
ask
demand-
so little of you.
Production values. Come
Yeah,
on.
Scott, do it.
Come on.
Reach
Is it like a
inside yourself. Scott, it's in
Or
you.
more of a
Scott, there's at least one tempo inside you.
If they're
Fight
the-
and get out. There might be 3.
If they're the
well-
tembo, they would probably make it sound like Riki Tiki Tiki Tiki.
Oh, there you
I
go.
think they're just
You would have to roll another roll to see how many tempo you hear. But
Is
you
it
know,
slow? Scott, is the sound a sort of slow, or is it more of a fast tempo?
Oh. I see
Oh.
what you did there. I do not approve. You know that once I'm assuming the people who identified the sound will tell everybody what they heard.
Hey, it's a tembo.
It sounds like an Ewok.
1d8 tembos
Yep, yep.
out there somewhere.
The Jawa. Jawas are much more fitting for Dark Sun, I think.
That's true.
So you all,
Toonie?
everyone in the group remembers their mothers or hive mothers, telling them
My
stories
hive
about
mother was a saint.
bad little children who misbehaved would be taken away by a Tembo. Tembo are kind of the Athos boogeyman. They're highly intelligent. They love killing things.
Hey, they're just like us.
Well, half.
Oh, almost.
They're
Yeah, if you're an
smarter
elf,
than
those
you
stories
guys.
were Tembo or Thrycreen.
Oh.
Guys, Santa Claus is coming to kill us.
Generally they attack under the blanket of night, and they kill for food and pleasure. They're intelligent and capable of speech.
Guys, don't go anywhere near blankets. That's what I've learned.
And that's what you know. You would also know what they look like, so I can hold this picture up to the camera so that our podcast listeners at home will not know what they look like.
Is that just what we imagine they look like based on the stories from our
So
youth?
they are, to describe for our listeners at home, Regdar, his mind is filled with an image of a giant kind of lion thing with saber-toothed tusks and weird plates sticking out of its back, and Regdar gets kind of dizzy thinking about it.
Ooh. I was going to suggest that people just Google Tembo.
And what direction are they in?
So they, it's hard to tell.
Everywhere.
They seem to be
If you
covered
know, the
everywhere.
sound of the tembo can be misleading.
I still am having a hard time imagining
Reverberates against
what
the
it
rocks.
sounds like.
I know. I don't know what this
Yeah.
sounds like. Oh well.
If only we could hear a
Sad.
demonstration.
Well, it's
I think
too
that we
bad.
deserve one.
I think our listeners deserve one, Georgia.
It's true. You're right.
Dear.
Scott, is it like a tweet, 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 tweet? Is that pretty close?
It's like a.
Oh.
That's very much like it.
Oh, this has brought the tembo alive for
There you
me.
go.
Now,
Oh my
that
goodness.
Regdar faints.
Oh.
Amlo catches Regdar. Get up.
And if you would like to roll, let's say, perception to try and figure out how many, maybe you can.
I'm good at perception.
Now this is. Would you say that
16,
this
my friend.
that this role is related to the desert specifically?
I perceive nothing.
I will say
I
sure.
see nothing.
Hooray!
Hear nothing. Know nothing.
That
I
means my
see
proficiency
nothing.
bonus is
Just
double.
point me where to hit, and I'll hit something.
Is it night now, Scott? Are we under
It
the
is. It
blanket
is
of night?
shortly after dusk.
Oh.
I got a 12.
Oh, so right before dawn.
No.
It's not the darkest right now.
So anybody who did somebody get so Umlal, you think
got
that
16.
there are somewhere between 3 and 6 of these things.
I try to indicate that quietly with like my finger here, like a holding up, and then I get confused, and it just ends up looking like jazz hands.
1d4
Wants
plus
us to
2.
dance.
And can everyone make sure that they can move their character? Assuming I have done this correctly.
I can't.
I can't.
I don't even know where my character
I have
is.
not done it correctly.
I can move nothing.
These are the parts I edit out.
Who am I? I don't
Why?
even know
This
where
is
I am.
gold.
Am I there?
I don't remember who anybody is. All right, so
I don't even. I
Steve
can't
is
find
the
me.
Green one.
You really think this is that much worse than the content, Jason?
That's a little, if you can't see it in the video, the people watching the video now will see this and be delighted by it.
That's right.
The audio while we
Welcome behind the scenes.
in the.
Yay, they can't move their pieces! This is great!
I like the way that the rock is like a face with a
Hey, we've
tooth.
been going for a little while. Will the adventurers be able to move their pieces in the Google Hangout board? Stay tuned in the next Total Party Kill.
This is a terrible place to end an episode, Jason.
It is.
We talked about Tembos for 10
Tembo.
minutes.
His arms open.
Oh dear.
Been
listening to
All
Tembo
right, I
talk.
think. Let's see, Georgia.
I can move. I can walk. It's a miracle.
I can move my icon.
I can move. I can kick. Carlos can run.
All right, there we go.
50.
Now everybody can
Yay.
move. Since you people want to know how to move. And so what are you going to do? Are you going to continue on, or?
So I've got a math question for you, Scott.
Okay.
I count 5 PCs and 6 players.
Oh dear. Who have I left out?
That's a good math question.
Am I? I don't know if I'm there.
Oh, I left out Rekdar.
Oh no, someone's dead now. Oh no.
Sorry. I'm just messing. I'm like, ooh, look at these.
I know Regdar's just a normal guy, but it doesn't mean he doesn't deserve
Wait,
it.
no, now there's 2 of the same. That's really confusing.
Because I put.
Is it me?
Oh,
I've got
People are
your
just
image.
appearing out of nowhere.
Died. Poor Jason.
I'm back.
Is that me?
Oh wait, now I've changed. Am I that person now?
You're that person now. And
Okay.
I made you Tony by accident, and so now Tony.
Oh.
Happens often.
Hey, I can now move one of them.
Okay. Now everybody's accounted for, except for the NPC who is gonna hang back. And,
So are we already well into this rocky, rubble-strewn terrain, or is there the potential that we could circumnavigate around it, even though that might take us a little longer to reach?
Why
our
did we come in here
destination?
after dusk, by the way? Why would
Yeah,
we do
into
that?
the. Well, I mean, probably we're looking for shade.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys,
Traveling
from
around.
the
Post-dusk
wind.
shade?
Well,
Hey,
we want to
guys,
be protected from the elements.
Let's go into the spooky canyon. Seems like a
Let's
great
run
place.
in.
yeah.
now that it's
You know,
dark,
it probably is helpful to be able to build a fire up against a rock instead of just out in the middle of the wind-swept desert.
Someone's an Eagle Scout.
So you
Regard.
guys were at the mouth of this area. You don't have to go in. I just placed your characters haphazardly, but let's move everybody over here.
Mhm.
Decide if you want to go in or not.
Maybe Scott has something more deadly planned for us if we go the other way.
Great over here.
You know, whichever choice we make is something that Scott totally didn't have planned, and he'll just have to vamp, right? That's what we do every time.
He's a professional. If he's not vamping, he's not breathing.
Do we know if
and that's
the
really
Tembo
dangerous.
Scott, do we know if the Tembo have any natural enemies? to
I am
speak of?
vaping at the moment.
I think maybe other Tembos, like a bigger Tembo.
Natural enemies. Tembos are pretty high on the food chain.
Yeah.
They kill for pleasure.
Are they territorial?
They are territorial. They are known to stalk their prey
Oh, great.
for many miles.
There's really not a lot of good news in this Tembo information dump. You know.
Is this
They're,
is this an area that I may have encountered before in my many travels that I would know of a better way to go around, or it's best to just go through?
Well, you could go around. You would, if you're thinking like, well, what's the best terrain to meet a Tembo on?
The answer is in the zoo.
Any terrain that does not include a Tembo is probably the best.
So I've got this new cantrip called Minor Illusion, and I'm thinking maybe if we blast out the noise of another Tembo, which I can do,
I think I hear a Tembo.
that might freak it out and make it either exit the area or peek its head out so we can figure out where, or they peek their heads out so we can see how many there are and where they're located.
I don't know. It's hard. They are cunning stalkers, right?
And it's dark.
Yeah.
That's true. It sounds
You
like
you could also make the sound of something really like tasty walking in the other direction.
Ooh.
I can only cast this 30 feet away, so
Not very far from us.
I will
How
have him
about
make Regdar sound
Regdar-
like a
Regdar would
juicy
like to
piece of
stand.
fish.
Regdar would like to stand at least 100 feet from Kachka at all times. So
now you can easily walk around this. You don't have to go into the cavern. I mean, it's not really a cavern. You don't have to go into this area.
just to refresh, like a single Tembo is the boogeyman of our nightmares, and we estimate between 3 to 6.
Yes, but those are children's tales. You're stout adventurers.
Let me ask something. Do we have now that we've heard the sounds of the Tembo, are we concerned that if we go out into the desert, they're just gonna stalk us anyway?
Are you
Or-
asking
or-
me?
Well, yeah, I mean, or what would we know about this? Because why would we go in here other than that there's a compelling reason to go in here, unless we just want to kill us some Tembo?
So it doesn't sound like the Tembo are hiding out somewhere in this area. It sounds like you don't know where they are. They're around.
Oh, so we're being stalked already.
Yes.
I see.
Are these steep cliffs that I'm looking at here? These lines squiggled around on the map here?
They have height.
Are they? Are they?
drawn. He means beautifully drawn.
No, I meant squiggled around, but sure.
They're rocky formations. They're not steep. You could climb up all of them easily.
So I would like to kind of climb up this one here where I've just moved Kachka to,
Okay.
just to get a better vantage point to see if I can see anything
That was
more
how
from where I'm
Kachka
at.
got murdered by a Tembo.
Did I tell you guys about my new level 4 cantrip where I sell all of my friends to a Tembo? That seems coincidental.
Kachka,
Oh,
do you
yeah.
have
That's a
do you
cantrip
have
because
low
you
light?
want to use that like every other minute.
Yeah.
Kachka, do you have low light vision?
I have dark vision.
That's even
Okay.
better.
Dark vision. There is no low light vision anymore. I don't think. I think it's just dark vision. I could be wrong.
However, I cannot discern color in the darkness, so I have no way of telling you what color the Tembo are. I hope that's not.
You don't see color.
Is there like are the red ones more dangerous than the blue ones, and the blue ones are more dangerous than the purple ones?
So give me a perception check. There, Keshka.
That is a 20, natural 20,
A natural 20.
and I'm there. It's just straight up 20.
All right. So you see. What do you see? That's a good question. You see. On the rock directly diagonal from you, 40 feet up, you catch a quick glimpse of a Tembo, and it sees you, and then it fades into invisibility.
Oh, they're invisible. That's wonderful.
I like how that's not even the top five
Billy-
horrifying things about Tembo. Is like number 7 is that they turn invisible.
All right, so I'll convey that information via telepathy to the rest of the party.
What is this voice in my head?
Yeah.
I am your dead brother, Egglass.
Oh no!
I was an idiot and got myself killed by a sandstorm.
Mom, worried about us getting killed by Tembo.
In our other campaign, one of the characters has decided to grief one of the other characters by having houses talk to him whenever he shows up.
Oh, it's horrible.
The magical amethyst
just
is in
hello.
my sock drawer. Bring it to Effie.
I don't know what that
I'm
means.
interested in this amethyst.
Did you see any others?
I haven't been told that I've seen any others.
I mean, they're invisible, so that's
not but
a
one.
problem.
You only saw the one before it faded away.
How many of the invisible creatures did you see?
And he was rather close to what looks like the entrance to a cavern over here, although I can perhaps not tell what that is from where I'm at.
What this it's a cave. That little.
See, even he says squiggle.
All right, I will go in. I'm gonna go investigate.
No, for my.
All right.
Amlal's gonna go head over this way.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
boy.
Okay, if he does that, I'll be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Get back here.
But
We are not splitting up our group. I'm putting on my stern face, saying, no, you come back.
But okay.
I mean, Presta's the most
That's-
experienced at desert travel, right? So probably we
Yeah.
should do what she says.
That is true.
This is not a great time to struggle for who's in charge and who.
I really
who
wanted a
volunteers.
tempo sandwich.
It's like
Good half giant. You stay.
Tempo on
Oh.
rye. It's delicious.
Presta, what should we do?
Okay.
I'm scared.
So Scott, using my knowledge of my character's knowledge of desert travel, which
Yes.
personally I have none, what would Presta think is probably the best idea at this point? Is going through where we actually have walls at our sides that we can kind of use as cover a better idea now that we know for sure the Tempo have seen us.
Well,
They're trying to go around.
Presta would know that you probably don't want to fight on a plain, so like a flat desert with nothing to hide behind, on a group of Tembo, because Tembos are pack animals, so they will attack from all different directions and try to separate people out of the pack, your pack.
We don't need anyone to try to make us separate.
Well, the Tembo don't know that.
We're self-separating.
So she would probably think that it's best to go and maybe skirt along one of these outcroppings and then quickly move away and hope that you can lose the trace.
Okay.
So Tembos probably love when like a half giant wanders like 75 feet ahead of the group.
But you also know Tembo are very well. You know they're both very intelligent and very dogged, and so once they get
They look more catted from the picture.
that they want to capture someone, they will attempt to do it until they either get bored or something better.
So next
We should just act really
question,
boring.
do I know of anything that really sort of like gets the goat of the Tembo that we could use to draw them out to see if maybe we could pick a place of our choosing to fight them and get them to come to us? Is there some sort of noise that we could have Kachka make or anything?
No,
Presto
you
know
wouldn't
of?
know of anything that does that in particular.
I will make the noise of frying chicken.
You know that they're already interested. I mean, they eat intelligent beings, so they are already interested in you guys as a food source.
Like we're making that noise right now as we
Exactly.
argue amongst ourselves.
Oh boy,
Okay.
we got them fooled. Intelligent creatures.
And if you want
like the sound of like a really big can of tuna fish.
if Presto wants to roll another nature check, I could tell her some more about the Tembo's abilities if she's interested in sharing that with the group.
Sure. And this is another desert thing, right?
Sure. It's a Desian of the desert.
Yay, okay.
Desian? Creature?
We'll say 15.
So with a 15, you would know that the Tembo are very quick. They can blend in with the desert, as Ketchka just noticed. They are... They have an aura in the so you don't want to get too close to a Tembo. You've heard stories of people who are just standing near a Tembo. They take some kind of blood-draining damage.
Okay.
So that's what you
What
heard.
possible reason could we have for not? I think we've already determined that they'll probably chase us even if we try to go around.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Especially since they've seen us now. Okay, so here's what I think we should do. Since we saw one, or since Kachka saw one over there by that cave sort of looking thing, I say that we do
Kachka,
go.
Give me another perception check.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yes.
I thought you meant the other Kachka. That is just a 6.
Okay.
Whatever it
Everything's
was,
safe.
I didn't.
We're fine.
Guys, something happened, I think, but I didn't see it.
So I say we go, and our
You didn't
destination
receive it.
is to the south. Is that
Does
correct?
somebody want to just drop like some sort of nasty spell right on the cave mouth there?
Yes, your destination is to the south.
Okay, so we're heading south. All right, so I say that we skirt this.
Oh.
We head south.
Oh,
skirt the wall.
Oh no! Something's coming.
So Ketchka, as you are listening to this plan, you take 5 points of damage from the killing presence aura of the Tembo that is now about to leap on you.
I thought it was just from having to listen to the plan.
And this Tembo is going to bite you.
And
Bite me.
Try to bite you.
With a natural 20.
They are bad and scary.
So
Seems
that is
rigged.
double damage here. Let's
Kachka, you are dead.
you take 16,
Don't I have some sort of a reaction?
19 points of damage.
What?
Oh my
Good
god.
God.
For how Kachka wanted to be buried, we should have checked with him before heading into the Valley of the Tembo.
And
Everybody's got their wills up to date, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he'll be eaten. We won't have to worry about any remains, you guys.
Exoskeleton's really crunchy. They
Thanks,
probably won't
Presto.
eat it.
Last person in the
helps.
party. Last person in the party alive gets everybody else's stuff.
And so you take a -2 to hit until the end of this Tembo's next round.
Does a Tembo want to eat a giant bug? It might just want to kill a giant bug. No offense, giant bug.
Yeah, they're not tasty at all.
So why don't we roll initiative now? That was a surprise round on the part of the team.
So you said -2 to hit until my next turn, or its next turn?
It's next turn.
All right. Well, that's not good, guys.
Thanks for clarifying.
Neither is my initiative, which is a 10.
Oh snap.
14.
18.
11.
I just need to get my card.
Everybody stand up.
Mine is on 11. I will just type 11.
That's good. Well, thank you.
Seamless.
You got it.
And 18. Okay. Let's see. Has everyone typed their initiative in here? Let's see. They don't have to. 11. I'll let Ketchka go. Before that, Tony got an 18. Georgia got
I should probably think about what I'm going to do, because I'm going to go pretty early in the order.
looks like you may be going first, Tony, so you might want to think about
Um,
your action. Erica, what did you get? Erica, what, 10? Alright.
Yep.
And Carlos got an 11. So we'll put him there. Actually, I think 10. And Dan Umlaut is a 15. Why do I have two? Oh, that's why. Sorry, Dan. I still have your old characters card.
Oh. Which one?
Oh.
Just curious, that's all.
All right, Tony. It is your turn. So
All right.
you have seen. Well, you heard actually, because Ketchka is up on the top of this rock. So you hear Ketchka yell out, "Ah!"
Can I not see the thing that's hurting Kachka?
You can see Ketchka kind of flailing, but you cannot see the thing that is hitting him.
Definitely can't unsee it.
Huh. Well, I don't really want to climb. Like, my first instinct when Kachka starts screaming is not, let's climb this cliff and find out what's going on up there.
Scott, is that a question of angle, or is it invisible currently?
It is a question of angle. It is visible.
Okay.
You can see Ketchka.
Kachka, I am not. I don't know if I should just delay because I can't see anything right now. I could do something. I could cast Featherfall on you in case you fall off that cliff, but you're not that high up, right?
And it's not a cliff. It's kind of
A rocky outcropping.
Yeah, exactly.
You're only 20 feet up. Let me know when you're falling off something higher. Is what I'm saying.
He's used to leaping large distances,
Yeah.
so I think he could probably just hop down and be fine.
I think I'm gonna hold until a target is visible to me. Is what I will do. So I'll delay, right?
All right.
Yeah. And yeah.
So you are delaying until you see a target. I got you.
Yes.
Fancy. All right. So that's the Tembo's turn.
Should've known.
Yay.
Yeah.
What?
Steve, if you're gonna get killed up there, can you get killed in a way that we can see the Tembo?
You'll probably see its claw going through my chest plate.
Guys, it's over here.
So, kind of decloaking are two more Tembo,
Two Tembo off the starboard bow!
and they are going to attack. Because, that's what a Tembo does. So the first one's going to attack Tony with its claws. It's going to rake its claws across your chest.
Not good.
With an 18 versus AC.
Yeah, that would hit both me and Regdar. So.
Oh dear.
Good number of
So you
points.
take 20 points of damage.
Wow. So I am at 7 hit points.
Tempo, don't get around. And you'll notice that this Tempo, after it claws Tony, it shifts and then it bites Umlal.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
That's not sanitary.
He's shifty.
That is not friendly.
By the way, just as a point of order, did everybody remember to up their hit points when they went up to level 4?
Oh, no, actually, I totally forgot.
Yes.
You should do
Thought
that.
that might be a stealthy one.
That
Yeah.
is probably a good idea.
Because you're about to use them.
That's right. So
My extra 5 hit points went away before the thing even bit me, so...
it hits Umlal. Umlal, you take 14 points of
I hate
damage.
to use awesome.
Good God!
What did he roll? I want to know.
So it is a 30.
Oh, wait, this just barely nicks me.
Hey man, Tembo.
14,
And so
you
the
said?
Tembo is going to attack.
Was that a 14 points of damage, Scott? Was that what
Yes.
you said? Okay.
Scale. And that might miss. 15 versus AC?
15.
15 misses you, actually, Georgia. So
Awesome.
it tries to bite you, and
Sneezes?
it sneezes instead. Yeah. It's very dusty. Tembo's.
You ever had a
That's
Tembo
true.
sneeze on you, though? Let me tell you. It's not pretty.
Ew!
Not pretty.
Ugh.
It is gross.
also
And the one next to Steve attempts to bite him again and hits for 15 points of damage.
The bard is down.
Oh, nuts.
So now you guys know why the Tembo have such fearsome reputations. And also why I subtracted 1 from the initial number.
They would wake up in the desert having had a really bad nightmare.
And we have Tembos tattooed on our arms.
That's right. And now Tony, Regdar, you see some targets.
You don't say. Well, I think I don't have a lot of options in this close range here, so I would like to share the results of the latest Pew study with this Tempo. Pew pew. I will fire as many magic missiles at him as I can.
Fire everything!
Yeah, so I will use a higher level spell slot to fire 4 magic missiles at him.
These dudes are capable of speech. They might be reasonable.
Yeah, they just killed you, Steve.
We didn't like him anyway.
I didn't get a chance to try to talk
I'm not
to
even
it.
upset.
Hello, Mr. Tembo.
Steve, you're our designated diplomat, and you're dead. So this is Plan B.
This is full
Plan A
contact-
was pretty bad.
full contact.
Plan A was
diplomacy,
you
guys.
wandered off and
I
climbed
know
a
it was
rock.
bad, that
so,
is true.
Mistakes were made all around.
Wait. There was a plan?
No, well, I mean,
This is real politic, guys. Come on.
How much damage did you do? I'm sorry, Tony.
let me roll those. So 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 3 is 10,
Why are you
4 is 14.
Why are you rolling D4s plus exclamation point?
Oh, well,
They're very-
haha.
They're very excited D4s.
You know what? So those would be plus 1 to each of those. So it's more. Wow, those are pretty good D4 rolls then.
Those are pretty good.
Hold on.
What is that?
Math is math.
10, 18?
Yes.
On 1 or 2, you can't see 3.
I was just going to pump them all into the one closest to me.
Okay, so that's 2.
I am focusing fire.
18 points of damage. He did not seem to like that.
Yeah.
Now I have to do math. Okay, so there we are. Umlal, you have just been bitten by a Tembo. Nobody
Alright.
likes it.
I think you can guess how that makes Umlo feel. Rageful.
Mm.
I shall rage.
I thought it was maybe a sense of ennui.
Also, just sad.
Aw.
But there's no. That doesn't get me any special.
it's a
perks.
bonus action. Yes, whatever.
So I will rage and then attack the nearest one to me, which is conveniently the one that Regdar has just magic missiled the heck
That's
out.
right.
All right, so attack. I rolled a 15.
All right, so what weapon do you use, Dan?
I've got a great sword.
All right, your great sword hits the shoulder of the Tembo and knocks off harmlessly against its natural armor. Scale.
Tembos.
I'm just gonna see what the distance is between these two. 10 feet. If I move back, it has a free attack on me, right?
Yes. Although you could retreat, or what do they call it?
Withdraw?
Disengage. There you
Disengage? Can I disengage without it
go.
attacking me?
That's an action.
And then I can cast a spell?
You cannot cast a spell unless.
Okay, I'll just aim it on one then. The Tembo that is right next to me, I'm going to cast a web on,
Oh.
20 feet thick, right on the ground. And I would like for it. I would love to have it. Can I make it so that it hits both of them? Let me just see what kind of a 10 feet. Yeah, I'll hit both of them. I'll make it a diagonal square.
Yeah. So it fills a 20-foot cube. So yes, you can do that.
Awesome.
Okay. So, if the webs aren't anchored between two solid masses, such as walls
On
or
the floor it
trees,
counts.
or layered across a floor. Okay.
That is what I will do.
Oh, look at you.
Wow.
Look at me.
She came loaded for bear.
You did.
We should have loaded for Tembo. Gee.
Let's see. Restrained. Creatures restrained by the web. Strength check. Flammable. Okay. I got you.
Okay.
Okay, so
I
they are...
shoot. I yell, "Fire torpedoes!" Or just fire on them.
Okay. And let's see. Is there a web icon? Oh, there is. Actually, there is an actual web. So we'll just put a little web here. Well, let's see. So
Guys, they've been attacked by Spider-Man.
it's a 20-foot square, basically. So you would have to get them both.
I'm doing a diamond to get them both, which is a square, but on the side.
You're freaking me
Geography lessons with Total Party
Like
2.
this, like that way.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Down, and then,
I like.
you know?
I like it.
Okay.
I
Dungeons
can
and
do
Dragons is not capable of dealing with such craziness.
Stop thinking outside the box.
Inside
Just
the
twist it
diamond.
about.
Tilting the
Sideways.
box to the side.
Just tilt it.
Alright, let's see if I can actually draw this so that we know. So that...
Oh, that's adorable.
We'll say this is all...
It's perfect.
That's a web.
It looks like a web.
Fine.
A little spider in the middle.
Does anyone ever
Tempo
just,
on second. I don't know's on third.
anyone else just marvel sometimes at how amazing technology is?
It's pretty great.
So that
Can I
is...
move away after my move?
You can. That one will get an opportunity attack, though.
Won't do it.
I'm going to do it anyways, because
Oh my
it'll
God.
get an opportunity attack anyways.
Alright, so it tries to bite you. Oh, and I roll a natural 20.
Oh, dead.
Told you not to do it.
That's awesome. This may, in fact, be a total party kill.
Oh, God.
It's definitely looking that way.
Because, here's well, I won't ruin the surprise.
Thanks so much.
So you take 14 points of damage, but you can continue to move away because it doesn't grapple you.
Okay, I'm running all the way back. I'm gonna hide.
Yeah, Scott, how much
I'm
more
off the
desert is there
screen.
behind us? Like limitless, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
you can,
I'm
you can
still
move as much
going.
as you want.
Yeah, I mean,
we've been backed into a corner of the desert.
That's right.
oh no, it's the edge of the map.
There are
Who knew?
monsters.
If you traveled far enough on the Athasian plains, you eventually just get to the corner.
The world is flat.
Yeah, well, you're as far away as you want to be. Ketchka, you're unconscious. Give me a death save.
Yeah, all right.
So, do we have a plan vis-a-vis saving Kachka?
I got a 16 on that.
All right, you got
I
one
can
success.
heal him, but it'll take me 2 turns.
I mean, it's hard because he's up a cliff.
All right, and
And
so
there's a tempo.
here is a fun fact about the tempo. They get to go twice a turn.
What?
So it's their turn again.
Surprise!
Well, at least I get to go to bed early tonight.
I would like to dispute the usage of the
Do
word
both of
fun
them
in that
seem
sentence.
stuck in the web?
Tony, get that next Dragonforge and Associates episode ready to go.
It's a rainy day in Undermountain, as Peter Dragon reports.
How does it rain in Undermountain?
It's a magic.
Yeah,
It's
magic.
It's a leaky day in Undermountain.
Magic.
So the tempo comes down from the 20-foot outcropping and runs at Regdar and tries to rake its claws across Regdar. And
Can he even miss? What's his modifier?
an 18 is not
Answer the
question. His modifier is 8,
Okay, my armor class is 11.
so he can miss.
That's a good story.
You should get some armor.
I'm a wizard.
Uh,
Secret.
You take 12 points of damage.
I mean, I can't take 12 points of damage because it would put me into negative. So.
Oh my god.
And then it shifts and bites Umlal.
Again.
And
Again with the
hits.
biting.
I think this may have been too many Tembos.
It may have been.
That's the name of this show.
many
One too many Tembos.
I think it may have been too many. I feel, possibly, I'm willing to go out on a limb here and say 3 too many.
What? So you, Umlal, you take 10 points of damage.
Which is halved because these guys are not doing psychic damage, right?
That is correct. But now they will be.
What?
No,
So wait, sorry, what did you say? 10? Was that a 10?
That was a 10.
So, no.
So these
5 points of
other 2 Tembo are stuck in this web.
Yay!
They are struggling to get out. What's your spell casting DC, Georgia?
Okay, wait,
15,
wait.
16. Did I fill it
13?
in? I did. 14. It is a 14. They do not succeed in getting out of that web.
God bless.
So now it is Carlos's turn. So Carlos, you know that generally
leave us all to die.
your opponents don't get to go twice in a round. But these guys did. So you see that Ketchka is unconscious. Regdar has fallen unconscious. Scale has fled after capturing 2 Tembo in a web. Umlal, I don't know how Umlal is looking. He looks very rageful, and he has a Tembo next to him.
I'm a little angry.
And that Tembo is also kind of next to you.
Oh man. Carlos is gonna click his heels for his boots of speed because he's gonna maybe have to run around a lot. He is going to move over here and attack the one non-webbed Tembo.
You could attack Regdar, curry favor with the Tembo.
I'm on your side, Tembo.
Tenderize their dinner for them.
Finally, some allies.
Yeah. And maybe they're so angry because they're alone.
Right.
That's true.
There's that.
I'm
Loneliness.
telling you, you need to talk them down,
There's
man.
3 to 6 of them.
Maybe the bard should start. Oh, the bard can't do. No, sorry.
And so you know that only 1 Tembo has been damaged so far, and that is the number 2 Tembo.
Yay,
17.
Carlos.
17.
A very strict pecking order.
You might have broken a claw on my thorny carapace.
Hits.
17 hits.
16 damage.
All right, and that is
Nice.
on number 3.
Is he at least bloodied by now?
Well, bloodied as a concept no longer exists, but if it did, he
Yeah, blood
wouldn't
exuding.
be.
Oh God.
I am going to use my bonus action now.
Okay,
My action surge.
making a coup de grace, Regdar.
To move
Put
to
it-
Kachka.
Make sure he's out of his misery.
Regdar has always said, whatever you do, don't let him get killed by a Tembo, even if you have to kill him yourself.
27.
Against the Tembo, that hits.
Yes.
Is that damage or?
That was a hit. 10 damage.
All right. So, if oh no, it still wouldn't be bloody. It doesn't look good. Although it does
For us or for the Tembo?
I was gonna say it does look like the Tembos are winning, but that Tembo in particular looks wounded.
like wounded, like sensitive.
That's right.
He's very upset by what's going on here.
He's upset that you attacked them. and
Yeah,
then
how
you're
could you fight
putting up
back?
a
We were
fight.
just trying to eat you.
That's right. Nobody usually fights Tembos.
This is like asparagus trying to eat us.
Ooh.
Presta, you have seen Ketchka and Regdar fall under the mighty jaws of the Tembo. You see that 2 Tembo, the number 2 and number 3, have been damaged. Number 1 is undamaged. 1 and 2 are stuck in a web. 3 is in the midst of your party. And that is my update on the battlefield.
Okay. Well, I think healing Regdar probably would just give him just enough head points to be able to get knocked over again.
Where's this half-elf we were traveling with, by the way?
She is what she saw the Tembo. She's like, you guys handle this, and she ran off on an Erdloo.
I wanna shoot at her.
Done. I am done with her.
Dead to me.
I think
Awesome.
I'm gonna head towards Kachka and see if I can, because he can heal, so if I can get him
Also,
back
we,
up. Then
take an audit of all our resources. Maybe somebody could build a wall out of Erdlu, or
Just let's just start hucking Erdlu at them. Maybe it'll knock them over. it'll
Wall of
distract
Erdlu, by the way, was
Doom.
my favorite one-hit
Where's
wonder
that
80s
catapult
band.
when needed?
7. Okay.
just we don't want to die.
I'm on a Tyrian radio.
Like if we fed all of the Erdlu to the Tembos, maybe they'd be satiated or they'd choke or something.
There is a possibility that they would choke. Tembo,
Are they picky? Are Tembo picky? Like, I would never eat Erdlu.
They're eating you, so no.
All right, so I'm gonna move to
You
there.
know, half giant is a
I
delicacy.
hear the talking of the Tembo.
Okay, so you're next. You're kind of on the slope. We'll say this.
Yeah. How many feet of movement will it take me to climb up that slope?
It's normal terrain, so.
Okay.
It's a gradual slope represented by a squiggle.
Exactly.
So 2 squares of movement. Well, it's, either way, it doesn't matter because I've reached the end of my movement, so I'll have to move. Can you do a double move in lieu of a move and an action?
Yes.
I don't think you need to. You're within 5 feet of me.
You are
But I
right
can't
next
reach
to
you because you're 20 feet up.
No, I'm not. It's a gradual slope.
It's a gradual slope. So you're standing right next to him.
Oh, okay. Oh, fantastic. In
Her,
that case.
I should say. I apologize.
Yeah. In that case, cure wounds. Whoopee! 8. 10 points.
Nice.
All right.
And none of the negative points count for anything, right? Unless I actually get killed outright.
Correct. You always start healing from 0.
Good. Beautiful.
All right. It is the Tembo's turn.
Thanks, my elven pal.
Yeah, I don't know how this happened, but I got a little
Delicious.
wiser overnight, and I realized that this is probably the smartest move.
So the Tembo is going to.
I also became more charismatic overnight, so maybe I just,
Little from column A, little from column B.
All right.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
Tembo bites, claws Umlal and bites good old Carlos and ends up standing over Regdar's body. Hits both
You
times.
said my corpse is difficult terrain.
That's just disrespectful.
Tembos have little respect. So Umlal, you take 8 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
And Carlos, who back.
Just in time.
Carlos,
Since
Carlos,
I'm
you
getting mine.
are just in time. You take 7
good.
points of damage from a Tembo that has sunk its teeth into you.
Okay, good. I'm glad I was getting my back for that. I want to be part of the group.
Wouldn't want to miss it.
And now these Tembo are going to see if they can escape from this web. Oh, they cannot.
That's
Nice.
Wow.
That's
That poor
that
poor
web-
Tembo.
That
Good
web
choice
was
of
key.
spell there.
Yeah, that was key.
That was an excellent swap.
Regdar, death save.
Death saving throw. Let me tell you, if I was not unconscious, I have this great new spell called something of daggers that I would just cast on those web guys, and they would just take damage as long as they were in the web.
Is that
But right now, we'll find out if I'm alive.
Great.
It's great. I slip one step closer to death.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. It's hard to see because a Tembo is standing over your soon-to-be corpse, but
Pre-corpse.
pre-corpse. Umlal,
Hey.
you
me.
sense that Regdar is getting closer to death, and you notice that a Tembo is standing over his body.
Yeah, that Tembo is totally starting to get slippery with all my blood under him.
That Tembo is definitely between me and Regdar. So I guess I should hit it with my great sword.
Just don't cut through the Tembo and hit me.
It's good that you chose the great sword and not the mediocre sword that you also carry.
So sword. I rolled a 1, so
Oh.
that sword was not good.
I think if you read further into the list of awful things about Tembos, they do get hit on a 1.
Well, let me check.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
No, that is not true.
Oh,
Rats.
To wrap around.
Ooh, the Tembo does speak common, so it says, "I want to drink your blood." Scale, your turn.
I'm telling you, diplomacy, people. Diplomacy.
Wow.
That was a great turn.
Okay, now I'm not this close because I'm off the map, but I'm just gonna move my.
How far away are you?
I am, let's say, I can only move so many feet. So how many feet could have I moved? Another 20 feet away from this guy, but I move a little bit over to this angle,
Okay.
because I am going to try to use Thunder Wave in order to push him into the web as well. Because
Okay.
he will go 15 feet back and
So
get
let-
stuck
what-
in the
Just so Tony Regdar's body is underneath that tempo as well. Just an FYI.
Oh no.
Oh, really? Oh.
He's down here somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Can I make the
That's insulting.
foot cube originate not on the ground so I don't hit him?
That is
Well, then
a
you'll push
great
him into
D&D
Regdar.
question. The answer is no.
Okay, I'll cast magic missiles instead. I liked my other plan better though.
I liked it.
1, 2, 2. Oh, sorry, I didn't do the +1 for each.
Oh, so that's 7. Yes. Are
It's
you doing
+2. You just add the 2 to it because they're supposed to be +1 each one. So
Do you
7.
get to do 2 magic missiles or 3?
I don't know at level 4. It's 3? Oh, sorry.
Depending on what level you want to cast it at.
I will cast it at 2.
Then I think it's
You
4.
get even more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's
There.
go to this rule book.
Assuming it's the same for a sorcerer as it is for a
Yes,
wizard.
it's the same
Magic,
spell.
magic missile is magic missile.
Yeah. For me, it's 3 glowing darts, or if I pump it up a level,
So it's 4. So,
glowing darts.
4. So let's see. So that's 4. Oh, that's
Oh,
better. We'll just keep.
they're all horrible.
That is exactly the same as what she rolled the first time. So
That's
Is it
amazing.
really? That doesn't even help me.
yeah, 11.
So 11. So this tempo, if we were playing in a game that had a status called Bloodied, tempo number 3 would be Bloodied.
Jeez.
That would mean he's halfway to death, which is also the state of our entire party.
On average.
There's only one of you that's nearly dead.
Well, I mean,
I-
we're winning the death race right now.
I moved back, by the way, another 30 feet. For that.
Somewhere.
So that you guys
So you're
know.
I'm hiding
not
behind
even
a
a
curtain.
movie,
The
But
Of course, there may be more tempo back there. You might not want to
that's true. That is a good point. That is a good
Start
point.
making mental notes for the pamphlet you're going to offer on the author on the dangers of Tembos and traveling with foolish people.
Ketchka, you are, thanks to your compatriot Presta, you have some hit points. You are
Right.
still prone, so you have to use half your movement to stand up if you want to stand up. But other than that,
Is there any reason why I have to stand up?
I don't think so.
Can I just kick back here and cast spells left and right?
Sure.
As long as you can see.
Actually,
Why not?
I'll stand up. It's much cooler to strum a guitar from a standing position because I can strike a pose, and do the thing.
That's right.
Okay,
Can't do the
so I will
windmill on the
stand.
ground very easily.
Wipe the blood off. The
Well,
string.
I have 4 arms, so I can do like the full windmill, the double windmill.
He's making sand angels instead of attacking.
Okay, so I will stand, and
And deliver.
irritated as I am with these dudes, I'm going to cast a shatter right here.
All right, that gets both
That
of them.
won't,
That's a 10-foot
that won't
radius.
kill the web, will it? Like that, the shatter won't make the web itself
Only if
shatter?
it's stone, crystal.
It is a crystal web.
No, it's not. No. Gelatinous.
No.
It's inorganic material. I assume it's an
Yeah.
organic web.
I bet that web would catch fire if you were doing a fire spell.
That web would, in fact, catch fire, but it will not be shattered.
It might make a cool noise, like a
Yeah.
kind of
Oh
thing.
yeah.
That's even better.
Only time will tell.
All right, so I'll cast a shatter right at the center there, and that. Let's see.
And it makes a noise like this.
Good call. Good call.
And so Constitution saving throw with a save of 15, with a DC of 15.
1 makes it, so number 1 makes it. Number 2 does not.
We don't know which the numbers are.
Can you not see the little numbers under the?
I don't.
those?
Nope.
Oh, I see them. Well, that doesn't help you. The one that's closest to the party does not make the save. The one furthest does.
All right. 3d8. 1, 4, 12. So one takes 12, one takes 6.
All right. So.
And the web goes. And as a bonus action, who's this dude here? Is that the mole?
Is
Carlos.
All right. Who's next in the order? The Umlaw go before Carlos.
The Tembos are next, but Carlos is next.
All right. I will flow him as a bonus action some bardic inspiration, which, Jason, as you may or may not recall, gives you an extra 1d6 to an ability save or to hit check whenever you like within the next 10 minutes.
1d6.
1d6.
All right.
You can do it after you roll the 2 hit if you think you're close. So.
All right. Thank you.
That's right.
Can I use it for damage or just for to hit?
Not damage, just for to hit.
Just to hit. Okay.
14 misses you, Jason, I'm assuming?
Correct.
Excellent. All right, so the Tembo rakes its claws against your chest plate. Sparks go, but it does not pierce
Don't let the
your
sparks hit the
armor.
web.
And it doesn't shift, so it stays where it is. The other two...
Smart move. Smart move.
Oh, well. So, this one breaks free of the web and attacks Umlal.
Did he
Wait,
just
if
go
he moves
past,
that
did he
way,
just slide
doesn't
past
Umlaw get
Umlaw?
a...
So if he doesn't leave, if you don't leave a 5-foot radius, you don't get an attack. So if I had continued on like there, he would have gotten an attack. But this counts for you guys too. So you can go stay within a 5-foot radius of enemies.
But there's no more flanking, so what's the point, right?
Well, the point is you could go all the way around him once or twice with your
Yes.
35-foot move.
That's right. And it's awesome.
Make him dizzy.
That's right. Let's see. Umlal, this will hit Umlal. So that is 15 points of damage, which is 7, but he's not here, so I'll remember to tell him that he got 7 points of damage. Because I'm the dungeon master.
Oh, was that you?
Yeah, you know, some people forget. Carlos, you've got a Tembo in front of you, a Tembo diagonally from you, a Tembo in a web.
Tembo's to the left of me, Tembo's to the right. I'm going to attack again the Tembo who is standing over the unconscious body of Regdar.
Oh, the potential corpse.
Oh.
Regdar, you've got potential.
15 versus AC. Guys, before you say anything, Scott, is that have we missed on 15 before?
Umlal, you take 7 points of damage, by the way. Which I've halved already.
I don't think anybody's rolled it.
Well, honestly, you should really have just done 1.
So
I don't remember if we have.
Sorry, should have had those.
what I'm asking is, do I need to use my bardic inspiration, or do we think 15?
We've missed on a 15 before. I have.
Use it. Get a 6.
16.
Oh,
16. You feel like a 16 is very close to hitting, but it does not affect it. And your armor, not your armor, your weapon bounces off of its scaly hide.
All right. Well, that's all I can do.
Presta.
All right, well, I think at this point the best thing to do is to try to kill him. So I'm going to shoot at the one standing over Regdar's body.
Were we not supposed to be trying to kill them before?
Well, for me, I was doing some healing, but at this point, I don't think I could get to Regdar and actually touch him and heal him with one of the Tembo standing directly over him. So
Seems
I'll
unlikely.
try to kill it first.
It'll be difficult.
18 hits.
That does, in fact, hit.
Hooray!
Narrowing in on what we need.
An arrow is sticking out. I'm assuming you're using an arrow. It was sticking out of the Tembo.
I am indeed, yes.
Your armor class is 17.
Yes.
9
Process of elimination.
9 points.
This Tembo is not looking very good at all.
His mane is mangy.
He's bleeding profusely. He's got a a little limp.
He walks with a little cane.
That's right.
He's a top hat, a monocle.
But it is his turn, so he is going to rake his claws against good old Carlos and hit, which means you take 21 points of damage, Carlos.
Wow.
And then it shifts and bites Umlal.
At that point, I get to make an attack with my Scorpion Carapace armor.
Okay. And a 15 misses Umlal, I'm assuming.
Yes, it does.
All right, so it tries to bite you, but it misses.
18 versus Reflex.
Oh, that hits.
There's no
Five poison damage, and the target is immobilized until the end of my next turn.
Oh, all right.
So it doesn't shift then,
It did not shift. So it
which
goes
means
back
does that mean it can't attack Umlal then?
No, he's still adjacent to me.
Yeah, he's just diagonal.
Yeah.
No, I think he has to shift
Yeah,
in
but
order.
yeah, exactly. If the shift is what.
Well, he missed anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay.
So 5 damage and immobilized.
Okay, so he just can't move. And the other one, 5 damage.
Go Scorpion armor.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
The
that's
other
it. I've
one
done it now. I don't get to do that. again.
Is going to rake its claws across Umlal's back and miss terribly. So, doesn't do that.
Coward.
And it whispers into Umlal's. It says, "You'll make a fine meal."
He'll probably
meat
make
on that
several.
Yeah.
I know how to make pasta and some other good stuff. Yeah, I do make a fine meal. Thanks, Tembo.
I will feast on your marrow. Regdar.
I make an excellent marrow.
I love half-giant marrow. Death save, please.
Made by half giants.
Ooh, I rolled one on my death save.
That counts as 2 fails.
Tony dies.
Seriously? I do die then.
Does it? Do you?
No!
I didn't know you can have something that
my
counts
God.
as 2 fails.
I believe if
Yeah,
you roll a natural
one is
1,
two
they
fails.
count as 2 fails.
That's really bad.
No.
Is he within that bardic influence, so he gets to like?
Let's check the rules, shall we?
I was
No,
gonna,
it
I was
seems
gonna
like
kill
this
him
is
last
worth
turn,
it.
but he was under another Tembo. So
His
Yeah.
last thoughts were of pottery.
Oh, look, there's in an index, there's death saving throws, rolling a 1 or 20.
I'm guessing rolling a 20 is great.
Should have rolled
gives
a
you 1
20.
hit point.
You were very close, Tony.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks.
Just wrap it right around.
Oh, yes, when you make a death saving throw and roll a 1 on the d20, it counts as 2 failures. If you
That's
roll a
really
20
bad.
on the d20, you regain 1 hit point.
Those
Oh,
hardly
Lord.
seem fair.
Yeah, we don't care about the 20 part. That's not us.
All right, well, sadly, it appears that Regdar is dead.
Reggie.
He was just a normal guy thrown into a world that he couldn't understand.
No!
Regdar,
Our new friend, Rugdar.
Oh no.
Suddenly,
Let's just have
Tony becomes
a
half-elf
moment of
friend.
silence for Regdar. Oh dear. Umlal, it is your turn. You sense a great disturbance in the force. As if a Regdar
1,000 potteries were shattered.
Yes.
were shattered and then silenced.
Amnal stands for a second solemnly and then says, well, he is with Eglath now.
no.
I don't know if I can rage any further. I feel like there should be another level of barbarian rage just for when after a Tembo kills my friend.
Rage +1.
I will attack recklessly. How about that?
Oh.
Which means I get advantage.
So which Tembo are you attacking recklessly?
So the whatever one.
The one that's standing over
killed.
Tony?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
This is 2d20.
And Tony, if you'd like to start thinking about your next character.
Oh boy.
Well, in the meantime,
Alright,
maybe he
fine.
could play that half elf who rode off, who suddenly has a change of heart.
That guy's not a fan of that guy.
I will take that
that's dark.
36.
36 hits.
Hey, Scott, what if Tony's new NPC is a super powerful person with lots of hit points who wanders in to save us in about 5 minutes?
I would also consider playing a Tembo.
Tony, if you would like to play the Tembo.
So I'm just trying to figure
That's
out.
I've
how you
seen the
win
way he
Dungeons and
mans
Dragons.
catapult. I am all for that.
Also play the half-elf character that is here, but isn't actually fighting.
All right, so I get to use some damage. Hold on, before you choose that, I took a feat at level 4 that lets me roll once per turn, re-roll melee damage, and use either result.
Okay.
So I will use that now and see which one I like better.
Tell you.
I will take the 17.
All right, so it had 4 hit points, so it's super dead.
Good job, Dan. Nice
Vengeance
feat.
is
You
mine.
killed an extra.
I get to do that every time once per turn.
Nice.
Free attack.
So there's a dead body on a dead body. That's nice.
What if we could bring him back?
I feel like if you waved some pottery over the top of him, he might come back from the light before
We
he's
should
all the way
pick
gone.
we should pick his best pottery to place his ashes in.
Let's
that's good,
not
that's
get
good.
hasty.
Scale, it is your turn. So you see Atembo it collapses dead upon Regdar's body.
Further disgracing.
In a loving embrace.
Now you're not sure. You think
He
that
died
is
as he lived.
Regdar
Under
is
a
perhaps-
tembo.
is perhaps no longer with us, but you're unsure.
Okay, well, I will use a magic missile on the tembo that is sitting right there.
The free tempo.
The free tembo. Free the tembo.
I think I've seen that bumper sticker. Free tempo.
Free the tembo. 7.
Wow.
Sorry.
Free tempo with every purchase.
All right, 7 points of damage, and that is what is that? Is that
I
right?
did 1/20th of his hit points.
No, you did not. I will say the 4th edition tempo has many more hit points, but we are playing 5th editions.
So
Yay.
they're all about to die. So they all fall over dead. The end. Yay.
Well, 4th edition, there's a lot more damage. Ketchka,
What?
you have seen what your compatriot has fallen. A tembo is dead. Another tembo looks bloodied, and the 3rd tembo is stuck in a web.
All right, then. Well, this was the turn I was going to heal Regdar, but turns out I have an extra bonus action.
Thanks, Steve.
So,
Thanks for everything.
you were under a tembo, dude. What would be the point of waking you up?
Not dying, probably.
So, instead, I will cast another Shatter. Whoa, right about where I can't, make a little dealy off the edge of the map, but somewhere over there off the edge of the world where it would hit both of those guys. Yeah,
But none of your compatriots.
But none of my compatriots.
And that is what is that again?
DC 15 Constitution check, I want to say.
They both fail.
Beautiful. I'll let roll 20 do the honors this time, because the real die didn't do so good. 14.
14
Both.
points of damage. The tembo that is free is looking very damaged. The tembo that is in the web, not so much. Oh, I forgot to have him try and break out. That doesn't matter.
What happens if we burn that web? Does the tembo burn up?
That is one of the great philosophical questions of Athos.
If a tembo in a web...
If a web
Definitely.
burns and the tembo is inside, does the tembo burn?
Does he
ask
make
you.
a sound? As
I
he
implore
burns?
you.
And speaking of which, the tempo's turn. So this tempo's going to rake its claws against Umlal, and an 18. Does an 18 hit Umlal? I think it does.
Oh, but he's gone.
He's gone.
He's mourning.
Aw. So he takes 17 points of damage. Wow. And then the tempo shifts and bites Carlos.
Oh.
Tries to. With a... What's the bite? 16.
A miss.
Alright, so it clangs off your scorpion carapace armor. Carlos, there's Dan, you took 17 points of damage, which I have not halved, so feel free to have it.
Oh, goody.
Carlos, you have a tembo behind you.
I'm down
Yeah.
to 11, by the way, guys.
I am going to attack him. We're going to keep this simple.
Do it.
14. Oh.
That misses.
Oh God, I wasn't really done with my turn.
You weren't done with your turn.
Yeah.
We've had
Too
like
late
2
now.
other turns.
Yeah, it's too late. It's too late now.
Presta.
I could have bonused somebody, but I didn't. So too late.
All right. Using my
Although,
keen
is it too
healer
late to make one of these guys my quarry? Just asking for a friend.
No, you could at any time. That's a free action. You can make.
Oh,
them
beautiful.
Let's see. Okay. Scales several feet off the map, despite what it looks like, correct?
That is correct. She is 50 feet off the map.
All right. With my keen healer's eye, how do I think Amlal and Carlos look as far as hit points? Who's worse off over there?
Is worse off.
Omwal is definitely worse than me.
Nobody's as bad off as Regdar, technically.
Oh.
Too soon.
You could at least make his corpse look nice.
Well, I'm going to...
Yeah, multi-class into Undertaker.
Is there...
If you cast Healing Word on Regdar right now, it would form some little sand pennies over his eyes.
Is there a person standing right there?
No, that's Regdar's.
Okay. Oh, dear.
Standing horizontally.
All
So
right.
that is a standable square.
All right. I'm
Just
going to stand here.
shove his body
specifically-
aside with your
Specifically so.
Stand on him.
Listen, I don't want any more Tembo to be standing over his corpse, so I'm just standing here as a respectful
Placeholder.
protective
Right.
measure.
You're protecting your
Tactical
body.
location, yeah.
And then I will reach out and touch Amlil to give him some healing, because it's too late for Regdar, and I'm very sorry about that.
What is it heal-wise?
7 points.
Thank you.
My healing is pretty pathetic when you think about how many points of damage these guys are doing, but
I'll take it.
All right, Tembo's turn.
Oh, yep, that was good timing.
This Tembo is still stuck in this stupid web.
This little Tembo is still stuck in the stupid web.
But this other Tembo is not. And so he's going to rake his claws against good old Carlos with a 16.
Miss.
So he can't do his next cool thing.
Good.
He can't. It's sad. Okay.
Oh, if they miss on the first attack, they don't get to make the second attack?
That is true. Umlal.
I will stab the Tembo that is not trapped in the web. Call me crazy. And once again,
You're crazy.
I will attack recklessly, or my death of my compatriot has angered me. That will not help me.
So you didn't like Regdar all that much.
I'm blinded by grief, Scott. How dare you minimize that?
Sorry, I misinterpreted the results.
The tears in my eyes streaming down my face. I'm just why? He was so young.
Presta, you're 50 feet away. No, Scale.
He is-
You're 50 feet away.
Oh, okay, good, because I'm like, Presta's really 50 feet away.
Good news, everybody. Regdar had an incurable disease and was going to die soon anyway, so it's okay.
yay!
Guys, I had sand cancer.
Potteritis.
We call it Sanser.
Can I cast a thunder wave? My
Thunderwave.
15-foot cube.
Blaze
and make
poisoning.
the cubes start here and go that way, so that I don't hit Jason, Carlos.
Uh,
Can I do it this
Although I
way?
think Thunderwave is not a ranged.
You sweep out each creature in a 15-foot cube.
From you.
Yes, so it originates from you.
Oh god, I have to go in within 15 feet?
Yes.
Yeah, let me change my mind on that one. I will cast another magic missile.
Or that.
That's why I was
Okay.
considering
So
dumping
get 3 of
Thunderwave
them,
for
plus
something else
you
when I leveled
level
up.
2, and then
I hear you. I totally hear
Yeah.
you.
If you don't want to get hit, Thunderwave is not very good.
Although you've got enough movement, you can run in, Thunderwave, and then run back out.
Yeah. Thunderwave may not be for you.
Can I do that without them getting a free attack?
Doctor.
Can I do that, Scott? Can I run into
Yes, you
15 feet and then
Yep.
run backwards?
You absolutely can. You can break up your movement.
Well, you're 50 feet away. and
Off
your
the
move is 30. So
Okay, maybe
I
not this
can
turn.
do-
But
you can move in 30 feet.
I will
And then-
move in 30 feet, catch magic missile, and then I will do that next time so
There
that
you
they
go.
push it into the bloody web.
Wait,
Okay.
Scale is 50 feet away? Where did she go?
I'm gone. I'm
She said,
far,
"Peace out,
very
homies."
close to death. I am very close to death.
Oh, okay. Well, we can fix that.
I'm very
Oh,
close to
Ragnar showed me
Regdar.
the way.
We can't fix that.
Yeah, I know.
Very
God,
easy
could I
right
roll
there.
anything better?
All right, so this Tembo is teetering. He's wobbling, but he does not fall down.
He's a weevil.
He's a weeble, a Tembo weeble.
A weevil.
Oh, I totally did that wrong. Okay, Ketchka.
What?
It's your turn.
Okay.
And remember to do alert me to all of your actions before I move on to two
I'll
other
try.
people's
I
actions.
can't promise anything, but I will try. Oh,
Mark it as your
Hey.
quarry, Steve.
so Tembo up here,
Yep, that Tembo's
Near
alive. It looks
everybody.
really damaged.
a little ragged, that one. This
And
one
what-
not so ragged
Other
that's
one
stuck in the
kind of
web,
undid.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
All right, well, I'm glad to hear that said Tembo in the web speaks common, because
Yes.
my dissonant whispers that I will send its way will be more effective if it can
Oh.
understand what it is I'm shrieking into his ear.
Well, what are you
So-
shrieking into his ear?
This is a family podcast, Scott. I'd rather not say.
Cutting words, perhaps?
So, wisdom saving throw with a DC of 15
Wisdom saving throw.
for that fellow.
16.
Ah, well, it does nothing.
Oh. Sweet nothings.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it does nothing.
Alright, so
I was.
Wait a minute,
edge
no.
it.
I lied. It does take half the damage.
Hooray.
Other
These are
than
some
that,
really
it doesn't.
long spell descriptions, is what I'm saying.
alright.
All right, so
I
it
totally
takes.
trust you, but I'm gonna
it
look it up
takes
myself.
3d6. 4, 7, 12 damage.
12 damage.
But because it saved, it does not have to move away from me.
Alright, so this was on the non-web.
The bewebbed. This was
Oh.
the bewebbed fellow that I was shooting at, because I
Bewebbed.
figured the other guy can be taken care of by the others.
So he takes 12, you said?
12 is correct.
And that's half of what it was before?
Oh, I'm sorry. 6 damage.
6. Alright. That Tembo looks like it has an unusual amount of blood on it.
Interesting. All right. Is anybody surrounding this other Tembo near
I have
death?
questions about unusual amount of blood.
Well,
What is
I
a
don't have any
usual amount of blood?
with the Tembo, the usual amount of blood is
In its mouth.
Regdar amount.
Oh.
Oh.
Too soon.
Measurement of blood. 1 regdar of blood.
Oh.
That's a
A
metric measurement.
Yeah, yeah.
Before I move on, Ketchka,
Yes, sir.
you would like to do?
I asked a moment ago whether anybody surrounding this other Tembo is near death. Raise your hand if you're near death.
I am not near
Well,
death.
They're
still
both
have
next to
half-
Regdar.
I have about half.
Raise your
my
hand
hit
if
points
you're
left.
dead but still near when you died. Ah. He's dead. He can't
He's
hear
had
me.
enough of us.
Can't mock his corpse.
Scale, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
She's a
I'm
mile away anyway. I
I'm
don't
slightly
think
bruised and battered, but not in danger.
Scale
I
is
don't-
approaching, actually.
I am approaching because I'm not that smart, but
The next scale will arrive in 5 minutes.
my healing word doesn't do a whole lot of fixing, but
I'm at 18.
All right.
hit
all
points.
right. All right. Well, instead, then I will send some bardic inspiration as my bonus to Umlal this time.
All right.
All right. All right. So,
Perhaps he will put it to better use.
Umlal, you notice the bewebbed Tembo has broken free.
No!
God.
He's unbewebbed.
He is no longer
He's
webbed,
de-webbed.
Oh, man.
and he's going to rake his claws across you with 24 for 12 points of damage.
Alright, I'm down to 12 hit points.
Well, now that healing word's looking pretty good, isn't it?
And then it's going to move there and bite Carlos and miss. Then the other one's going to rake its claws across Carlos and miss. Carlos is difficult to hit. Carlos, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna hit the guy that I've been hitting, or try to hit him again.
The uppermost tembo.
Uppermost tembo.
Top tempo.
Worst children's book ever.
18.
18 hits the uppermost tembo, and I'm assuming you'll do more than 1 point of damage,
Indeed, I will.
and it expires.
Oh, yay.
Oh, God bless.
All right, we're down to 1 tembo, folks,
Ha, 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 ha.
that you can see. Presta.
Yes, I'm waiting for the end of
Yeah.
3 tembo appear.
Well, they are invisible, so
Mhm.
there are temples all around us.
Carlos, anything else?
There's nothing more I can do.
Presta.
All right. Well, I only have 1 healing spell left, and I feel like I should save it just in case anybody bites it, so that they don't really bite it. So I'm just gonna attack. I think I will.
Ah, there's someone behind you!
There's not really somebody behind me, is there?
Yes.
Yeah, there really is.
In real life.
Yes.
Oh.
She's like, oh,
It's
wait,
coming
wait,
from
wait.
inside the house.
Video is
Yes, that
new
was
to
my
Scott.
sword.
It wonders and amazes him.
I'm sometimes I forget about real life when I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons. I'm sure you can all understand, right? Yes. So I'm gonna scoot over there and shoot.
Shoot.
At him.
Aim to
Yeah.
kill.
And actually, yeah, I'd like to be kind of 1 more off the map.
Okay.
But
Set bow to kill.
all right. So here goes nothing. At least I hope it's not nothing.
Here goes a 20.
9.
Well, 9 will not
I
hit.
rolled a
tembo.
2.
It is the tembo's turn. Now, let's see. What should a tembo do? It is going to move away from Umlal, so you can have an opportunity attack if you like, Umlal.
Yeah, I would love to do that. I'm all over that.
Do I get an opportunity attack too? No, I don't.
Yes, actually, you do. 26 hits. 13 doesn't.
13 wasn't an attack roll, so that was his damage from last turn.
Oh, look at that! I can read.
23.
Woohoo!
That'll hit.
All right.
7. Nope. Oh,
15.
nope. That's not right because I have my fighting style. If I roll a 1 or a 2 on damage, I get to reroll and use the new roll.
Okay.
16
Yeah,
damage.
so
Oh,
like
that was
one
you went
better.
from a 1 to a 10, my
Respectable.
friend.
That is good. So the tembo, it sensing that its compatriots have died because it saw that, turns
Decides to die itself.
to run away, and as it's running away, it is cut down, dead.
In the process.
Woohoo!
Fair trade. 3 Tembos for 1 red tar.
And Carlos says,
And when it's-
"Well, that was okay. I thought we weren't going to make it, but we all made it out fine, right?
with
right?
the tembo's dying breath, it says,
No problem at all.
Ragnar, where's Ragnar?
"Killed you."
Nobody even got that hurt. I can't believe it.
Amlal picks up Regdar's body in his hands and staggers towards them, tears running down his face.
It starts raining, very strange in Athos, but
If that's what it takes to make rain on Athos, we need to find a few more Regdars and just.
Did we bring the catapult? Is my question.
No.
kill Tony's neck.
That is how he would have wanted his body disposed by catapult.
Catapult.
21 catapult salute.
Question: if we pull back really hard on the web, will it act as a catapult?
I will say that you can craft a like a slingshot out of the web if you like.
He would have wanted it this way, guys.
I don't
Into the
suppose,
desert say.
I don't suppose we can make a deal with the Veiled Alliance. Like, do they have the power to return people to life?
You could ask Scale. She is a veiled
She's
alliance.
been recently resurrected, as I
That is
recall.
true.
Hey, Scaled Alliance.
We might be able to. No. Do I actually? Can they? Would they?
Well,
we
you know that
rebuild him?
it is certainly possible. It is expensive.
Can we rebuild him? Make him
Better,
faster,
stronger.
stronger? Yeah.
No, we can't.
Oh. Well, could we just rebuild him and make him like almost as good as he was then?
Yeah.
Tony,
Well,
do
that's
you
not
want?
actually that hard.
That's true. Well,
Do you want to?
Does Tony
want to be
Regdar
resurrected, or do you want to make a new character?
I feel like Regdar would like to be resurrected if that's possible. I know that's very hard to do in Athos, but it seems like, yeah. He's still got paperwork to push. He hasn't seen all the pottery he meant to see.
All right. Well, I think we owe it to him at least to take his body back to Tyr and see if we can find somebody who might be able to return him to life.
All right.
Can we perhaps slingshot him back to Tyr so he beats us there?
Can we just slingshot all of ourselves back to Tyr?
That's a good idea.
That's
Well, one person's going to have to stay behind because they're going to have to be the last person to use the slingshot.
No, but they'll be like Spider-Man. They'll slingshot themselves.
Interesting.
Right, that's true.
Duh.
That would be Omwal, obviously.
Yeah, that's probably me.
Clearly.
Well, I feel like we should probably dig around in the cave that's up here on the hill before we move on.
Cave
Right, 'cause there's not enough danger.
idea.
Can I search the corpses? Do they have like little pockets in their fur or anything?
They are marsupials.
Yeah, they're all wearing
Oh.
bags. They're all wearing shoulder bags.
3 tiny Tembo leap out and
They could
claws
be wearing
across you.
bracers or rings. They are intelligent.
They are intelligent, but they do not generally see the need to augment their natural abilities.
They're
Sad.
intelligent enough to know they
Sad.
need not accessorize.
So no, they are not carrying anything. They
All
don't
right.
have any gold.
But they've possibly killed some other intelligent creatures, so it is, we might want to check out that cave and see if
Yes.
There might be
bones
more of
have
them.
anything.
inside.
We should approach it very quietly and carefully and find out if that's the case.
We
Yes,
should listen near the cave to hear if we hear any more of them before we.
And anybody who's low on hit points should maybe use one of their hit dice before we get close.
Yeah, I think a short rest is probably in order at this point.
Mhm.
All right, so you're taking a short rest.
All right.
I would like to sit on Regdar while I have my short rest. No, that would be awful.
How do hit dice work? We just roll as many of them as we want to replenish ourselves?
Yes.
You have a number equal
You
to
have-
your level, I
yes,
believe.
you have. So everyone has 4 hit die.
The
And
size of the dice are dependent on your class.
that's right. So the fighter has D10s.
Now, I believe each time you roll one, you get to add your Constitution modifier to the
That
number of hit
is
points.
correct.
Oh,
that
that's
you
good.
regain.
So all of your character sheets should tell you what your hit die are. If they don't, let me know.
It's just your natural hit die that you usually get that you get to roll.
Yep.
Yeah, for each
yes.
level.
Okay.
And I don't know, Georgia. I may not have put it on yours. So
No, I
yours
don't have it.
is. Let's see. Yours is D6. So you have 4 D6 that you can roll up to, and during the short rest to regain hit points.
And you can use them one at a time, too. So if you roll one and they're like, nah, it doesn't quite do it, you can roll another.
Okay. And you get that per day, per.
Well, that's the trick is when you heal, I believe you recover half of them. So you do
Okay.
not get them all back at the end of the day, which is the tricky part.
By the way, I am playing the Song of Rest right now, so each of you who is having a short rest gets an extra 1d6
That's great.
Nice.
of hit points.
Awesome.
And then I rolled a 1 on my hit die.
Now, don't forget to add your
What
modifier.
I get for my beneficence.
It's a roller coaster life.
It really is.
I thought life was a highway. Wow, that one really sailed over there.
We're still in morning, damn.
He would have wanted us to lighten the mood.
I don't know if that's true.
Let's start with 1 hit die.
Where's my...
This may all be moot because we may be able to take a nap shortly. But
I got
what the heck?
13. That was pretty bad. 25.
What?
All right, and then we get
That was
half
rough.
of our.
Actually, I rolled that.
Because I don't know what we could have done better.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we could have stabilized Regdar is what we could have done better.
You didn't have very many opportunities to do so.
I absolutely could have sent a healing word your way, but I thought it was utterly pointless when you're underneath
Yeah.
a monster and don't really have many options as far as how to get away. So I was waiting on the next turn or when it moved off of you. And then you roll the 1.
Yeah, that one.
That's mean.
No one expected that.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting mechanic that they've
Well,
added.
yeah, I mean, the upside to it, the way they changed it is that now if you roll 3 successes,
You can get
you're
up.
stabilized. You can't get up, you're stabilized. Rather than in 4E, you just would roll forever. It was like either you failed or you rolled forever.
But the
one
I
thing.
don't know, the basic, because I mean, literally, I made 2 death saving throws and then died. So that's, you know.
Yeah. That's
Well, I mean, the trick is don't roll a 1, right?
It's all just
Hope
a
everyone
Roll
learned from
better,
that.
I think, is the whole idea.
yeah. Roll better.
Classic D&D advice.
Roll higher numbers, Tony.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, Jason, I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for a while. You'd think I'd be better at rolling dice. Oh,
You think?
you think?
Maybe some practice. I'm telling you, you got to do. Give me 100 D20 rolls, and we'll check back in a week.
A month.
Come on.
Well, then 1,000 D20 rolls in the next month. They better be good.
This is what you've done to us, Jason.
Can't you
Look at all
just
those
do
20s,
1,000?
9, 13.
You'd be up, man.
There it is. 1,000
That was
D20.
on me.
No, that was me. I rolled 1,000 D20. It's easy.
Oh.
Just keep the highest.
My average was 10.58, which is pretty good.
Well, no, that's average.
Literally average.
Yeah.
That's above average. It's 0.58.
10
Above
and a
average.
half is the average.
Yeah.
Add up 1 to 20 and divide by 20.
It's 0.58. It's above 10.5.
That is true. Technically, he's
You're
right.
bending the universe to your will.
What I'm saying is, I did better.
He didn't say
You
much
did
better.
technically do better. Congratulations, Jason.
You're welcome.
You knocked physics and the universe and statistics on their respective
I did,
asses.
on their keisters.
Well done.
Indeed. What are we doing now? What's happening now?
Well, somebody's got to scoop up whatever's left of Regdar.
Oh,
And then I think I don't know if anybody else wants to, but I would like to kind of creep up to the cave and as we get closer, listen attentively to see if there's anything stirring inside of the cave.
Yeah, I agree.
Let us not let Regdar die in vain.
So you creep up. Give me a stealth check. Whoever's creeping up to the cave.
I'm creeping.
Just roll 1,000 D20 again.
Yes. Roll 1,000
Oh.
D20 again. Well.
Not a good day for me.
I
My
have
stealth check
a-
is 5.
You're 5. Okay. As you're
Yeah.
climbing up,
I rolled a 2.
you kicks a bunch of rocks and you make a lot of noise. So you're not very stealthy at all.
Sorry.
I did a 16 for what it's worth.
At this point, not a lot. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm some distance from you, I suspect.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
Are you?
Yeah.
So you're not going as a team.
I'm going. I've got Regdar's body slung over my shoulder.
Okay.
Maybe you should, I don't know, leave Regdar for the moment.
No, I don't want to leave him. He's my only friend.
You can leave him back here with me. 'Cause
Little buddy!
I'm not
Little
going anywhere
buddy!
near that cave.
All right. So you're who? Regdar. Oh no, Regdar.
Thanks, Scott.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Oh no, not Regdar.
Thanks,
Oh, not
Scott.
Regdar. Ublal, Presta, and Ketchka and Scale
Scale.
are all going into the cave.
I'm not going into the
Approaching
cave.
the
No.
cave.
You're
I'm
approaching.
approaching to listen.
The cave. Okay, so
Not
you
going in.
have arrived at the cave, and now give me a perception check. Whoever wants to perceive.
I'll give you a perception check.
Are we in a desert?
Yes.
I got an 11.
And a
answer
9.
is always
14.
yes.
I got a rock.
24.
24. All right. So everybody else can't really make out anything. Presta can hear that it is completely silent. She's certain.
How
I
soon
hear
is
an
that
absence of sound.
We heard.
I am confident that with the exception of all that dirt I just kicked a moment ago, it's really silent here.
Good news.
Fun fact, guys. Tembos make no noise when they are sleeping.
And they sleep invisible, so
Oh, wouldn't you?
I would.
I start firing arrows into the cave.
Just yelling.
You just smoke them out.
I say we check it out.
Smoked Tembo is delicious.
Throw that
Yeah.
web in there and set it on fire and see what happens.
And all the scrolls go up with it. All right.
Where am
I feel like we've got to
so,
check it out
what are you
for
guys doing?
Regdar.
Yeah.
I?
There might be pottery in there.
For Regdar!
the reanimation doesn't go so well, we can put his bits in there.
So, are you going into the cave? And if so, give me a marching order.
Oh, that sounds bad.
It does.
I will go first
Okay.
because I feel like I probably have more experience with desert caves than any of the rest of these folks. So
I'll go.
hopefully that'll come in handy.
I will take up the rear, if I may.
Okay. So, Scale?
Then I will be third.
Third. Okay.
Third out of the four of us.
Third, fourth.
Third, fourth.
Didn't say I
Carlos,
could
you're really not
count.
coming? There could be running. Could be hitting things.
Smart for that.
Carlos will go close enough to hear if there's trouble, but he's not going to
Guard the
scream.
entrance from a distance.
I ain't getting in no plane, Murdoch.
You might want to consider going out and punching that half-elf in the face.
Yeah, that guy's a jerk.
I'm blaming the half-elf for Regdar's passing.
Okay, so you go into the cave. It's dark, but you have dark vision. I think all of you have dark vision, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely do.
I don't remember.
I don't.
Answer.
I'm not in the cave, so there.
So you see the cave. This clearly was where the Tembos hung out. You see scattered a bunch of bones,
Beer bottle.
and you see some glints of gold, and that's all you see at the moment.
Well, they're smart enough to set traps, so whoever has the highest perception should probably check around a bit.
-+4?
Do I get my desert bonus inside caves? That's my question.
I will
It's a
say,
desert cave.
I say no.
Okay.
What?
Well, a cave is its own environment.
But some sand blew in. Doesn't that count for anything?
I got a 15 on my perception roll.
Okay.
Were you asking for who has the highest perception or perception checks? That was the question.
I was not. I was just asking for a perception roll, but
Oh, okay.
Dan was
Okay.
asking who had the highest.
I did
Nope,
as well.
someone else asked it.
Well, I was asking who had the best perception because they could look
well, there
around
you
for
go.
traps.
Steve.
We could all look around for traps. So
Everybody,
Search for traps.
everybody perceive.
Run around, find them
I
fast.
12'd it up.
14.
Okay, so you don't find anything unusual except for a scroll and 140 gold pieces.
Oh, good. Just about enough to resurrect the dead guy.
No, that's not enough.
Oh.
And you see a bunch of skeletons of various types.
Oh, we should check them.
Oh, it's a 1997 skeleton.
Yeah, we should look at the skeletons.
Search.
Now,
Oh,
hang
man.
on a hang on
Who
a
wants to
second.
grab the scroll and see
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
on it?
Someone who.
Are these actual, are the skeletons still, by looking at them, are their bones still attached to each other, or is this just a pile of bones? I'm just wondering if we need to worry about the skeletons popping up.
Well, you always need to worry about that. But these do
Because
not,
my favorite enemy is undead.
they are they do not seem like they are undead skeletons.
They're just dead.
Skeletons.
Vanilla
Alright,
dead
then.
skeleton.
Then yeah, we definitely want to check them and see if they were wearing or carrying anything helpful.
Well, apparently it wasn't that helpful.
Do we need to roll another perception check
Yes.
Look at the bones!
I got a 21.
for 23?
14.
Okay, so you anyone who's
Thoroughly perceives this.
I got a natural 20. Come on.
So,
We have to
Scale,
find magic.
you notice a skull that is unlike the other skulls.
One of these skulls.
is not
It looks like it's carved out of some sort of strange material. It's kind of glinting. It looks red, so you think maybe it's a ruby of some kind.
A crystal skull.
Oh
It
dear.
is.
I saw a movie about this.
I cast Shatter on it.
And there you go.
Oh, no.
You haven't. So tell me what you want to do with it.
I am going to. No.
Do you want to weigh a certain amount of sand that you think it weighs approximately?
I
equal to
will.
it?
Can I roll my Arcana to find out anything about it?
Sure.
Tembo arrows. The poison is fresh.
14.
3 days.
So you don't know any. It seems unusual in that most creatures do not have skeletons made of ruby. see. Uh-huh. But you can't tell. It doesn't seem to be any particular magic item that you are aware of.
So
Okay.
it's a ruby skull on top of a regular skeleton?
It is on top of bones. The skeleton isn't intact, but
So it
Okay.
may not have been attached to bones.
But then what are these
No.
skeletons from?
Is there one skeleton missing a skull?
do you want to count up all the skeletons?
No, no. it's
Can I make a medicine check to see if I can sort of eyeball that?
Sure.
Let's see. 21.
You seem to think that in your professional opinion, there is one more skull than needed, and that skull is made of ruby.
All right. Yeah, this was not attached to one of these bodies, guys.
Yeah. I guess old Ruby Head wasn't here after all.
I say we take it.
Mhm.
Well, yeah. But it doesn't seem to have any magical properties.
Well, I didn't say that. I said it does not match
okay.
up to any magic item you're aware of.
It has the magical property that it might be worth enough to resurrect a certain
So you
normal
could
dude.
do detect magic if you have that.
Does someone want to check out that scroll in the meanwhile?
Check my cantrip.
I'm not honestly sure if I can read.
Bard?
Normally elves can, but this is Athos, so I'm not so sure.
Bug Bard?
Can't read.
From outside, you hear Carlos shout, "Hey guys, I made a new constellation. It looks kind of like a sheep with 3 legs."
That's great, Carlos. Nothing in here.
We're all dead.
All right,
There's no sheep on Athos. The sheep
Just
is
some
just
bones and
Sand
stuff.
sheep.
sand
a
sheep.
sand sheep. It's actually just a very furry beetle.
There
Oh
was
my
a-
God! It's a
war
voice from
between-
beyond the grave.
Does anyone have detect magic?
I don't.
You can detect it by grabbing it.
I am.
Lick
I'm
it.
holding it already.
Oh, you are?
You didn't tell me that you picked it up.
I will pick it
Oh
up.
boy.
All right. As soon as you touch it,
Nothing happens.
it starts to animate, and it
Oh, no.
says, "Master, you have one wish. What would you like me to do?"
Oh no.
Wait, I
damn,
know the
I have
answer
to-
to this one. I know the answer to this one. I
Really?
wish for more wishes.
I want more wishes. I wish you would shut up. You're really
All the
bugging me.
times that I get one wish and we have a dead comrade.
Yeah. Well, imagine if Umlal had picked it up. He would have just wished for his brother to come
Who would have
back.
wished for soup?
That's true.
I have 2
I want a
characters.
sandwich.
Regdar ex machina.
No, fine. Okay, help me out so that I don't end up making resurrected into a beetle or something.
Oh, there could be a serious monkey's paw situation in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we make it like in this time and place, to have Regdar back to his full capabilities, capacity, and intelligence with all working memory in
And maybe
this
a little less
time
pottery
span
knowledge.
to be resurrected the way he was before we were attacked by the.
Why don't you just ask? Why don't
Georgia,
you just
attorney at law.
Yeah, Georgia, are you
Read
a
on the
professional monkey paw operator? Because that was amazing.
Oh,
No backsies, asterisk.
Wow.
Is that your wish? Says Ask Scott, not the rupee skull, by the way.
yes, that is my wish.
All right. So you are in the cave. Carlos,
Hello.
you're standing there looking at your newly formed constellation,
Sand sheep.
Sand Sheep,
Regdar walks up. What you looking at?
and you hear an inhalation from Regdar, and Regdar says, "I really don't think we should go in with those Tembos." Since he has been restored to before the fight, according to what you said. So he has no memory of dying.
Which, you know what, that's actually good because that would be very traumatic if he were to
That's
remember
true.
dying.
Yeah, except
I'd
for
have to put on the therapy hat after and go through the post-traumatic stress and nightmares.
we now have to,
That causes you.
but now we all have to be really careful not to tell him he was dead. Like we have to, oh yeah, you just passed out when you saw the Tembos,
And
we woke you up afterwards.
Scale, you
Carlos.
take, as you are holding the skull, it flashes briefly, shatters, you take 7 points of necrotic damage, and your strength drops to 3.
For how long?
For,
Oh, lucky I don't have any weapons.
For 4 days, you
I'm
feel
the
that you
same
will be.
strength that I was before. That's the sad part.
At a strength 3, I'm
My
not even
strength
sure.
was 8 before, so I'm almost exactly the same.
I'm not
Wow.
sure. Actually, with 3, I'm not sure you can like lift a fork. You have to like spoon feed you for the next 4 days.
I have to crawl. You guys have to carry me now.
Carlos,
I'll just
work.
Carlos hears the noise and runs over to Regdar and says, "What, Regdar? What's going on?"
I don't remember. I think we heard the sound of Tembos. Did I faint?
Yes. Yes.
How long was I out? The sky is so dark now.
In a way, you've been out for
You were really, really out.
a short
steps out of the
rest.
cave.
Presto's not
one
there.
word to say.
Wait, do you not remember the whole fight we had against the Tembos? Because they knocked you down, and then
Hey, are those Tembo corpses all around me?
yeah, well, we took care of them in the end. It's
Wow.
okay. We took care of them, but I'm just glad. We had given you up for dead, but I guess you were just knocked out.
And now the rest of your group joins you. You all notice that Scale looks very pale and very weak.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Dude, you were so dead. You were totally dead, dude.
That doesn't. I
What are
think
you doing walking around? Are you still dead?
Man, I feel really bad about fainting, but like you guys jump to conclusions when I'm not around. It's really drastic.
Zombie Regdar, and then I run around in a circle.
Umla will pretend it will just say, "Yes, you fainted and passed out," and then he just like hugs him really suddenly and squeezes him.
Regdar has 3 hit points. You just did 2 points of damage.
Oh no! Don't do
No,
this again.
Regdar is fully healed actually, and he has all his spells as well.
Crazy.
Umla wipes a tear.
And I will say
Sorry, it's sandy out here.
Desert
That's-
magic. What are you gonna do?
that I rolled randomly to see if you would have a random thing, and the thing it gave me was a skull, and then I rolled randomly on the trait that it would give you, and it gave you a wish. So
basically,
Holy
I should
Wow.
have you roll my death saving throws because you're great at this.
Karma saved Regdar because Regdar never hurt nobody.
Regdar, it was
Except for all
really
those people
close
in
to
magic
becoming
messages.
all powerful. I'm just letting you know. It was a tough choice.
Yeah, you could have been. Yeah, you could have been a sorcerer queen by now.
I could have
True.
been.
Wait,
There's
if
a
you
lot
just
of
made you all
paperwork.
powerful, you could have brought him back from the dead.
That's true. That is.
Yeah, I could have been a sorcerer.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
well.
why didn't you give me that advice before?
Alright.
Well, I was
why
dead.
didn't we have Regdar return to his state better than he was before?
Yeah, why aren't I level 10
7,
now?
level 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Whoops!
Sorry.
Surrounded with all the pottery he wants.
Yes, where I could have been in like the best pot ever. Pottery pot.
oh, see.
It's a family show.
Pottery pot.
It's a medicinal pot.
Yeah.
Full of medicine. Yeah.
Well, I think we've all learned a lot, except for Regdar, who was passed out.
Yep.
So as long as we have
Someone
this
carry
nice,
my backpack, please.
comfy cave here, can we take a little sleep here and everybody rest up?
Yeah, I think this is a terrible place to take a sleep.
Why? There's nobody around. We cleared them out.
cleared it out. It's our cave now.
It's easily
true, if they
defensible.
are-
We are the Tembos now.
If they are pack animals, we killed the whole pack. You
But
wouldn't
they're
expect
also
other ones to
sentient.
be
What if
off.
they have like a back door or something? Just throwing that out.
Well,
Check for the back door.
He did say this was their lair.
I did.
I guess yes.
I
Reading
think
into
a cave is
tense
probably
by
much
DM
more.
is always the way to go.
and now
I
it's
need to sleep
over
and hope
there.
my strength comes back. Because if not, you guys are like carrying me everywhere.
Well, we can do that, but we should at least rest one night so we can all get our spell slots in.
And we should check if our Urdu all ran away or could be recollected or whatnot.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, the half-elf Lajara has the Erdlu.
I say we
Yeah,
ditch
another
the half elf.
The half elf does not get to sleep in the cave.
She can sleep outside and like, guard it.
She's
No,
like,
no,
I
don't
don't
do
want
that.
to sleep
That
in
would
that
be
cave.
horrible.
Yeah.
You are just the worst. Half elves. Not all
Yeah,
half elves.
there's
just
Timbo
that one.
Poo in there.
Just that one.
Hashtag not all half elf.
Okay, so Scale, you know that was the equivalent of a wish spell, and that the effects that you are having now It's such a powerful spell that you have bent reality to your will, that you are suffering the consequences. So for roughly 4 days, your strength will be at 3, and that you need to, if you do nothing and stay in one place, you know that will have your recovery time. So in 2 days, your strength will be back if you don't do anything.
Can we sleep here for 2 days?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, Presta, you're desert master. Is it safe?
Yeah.
Is that
I don't know for
reasonable?
certain if it's safe.
I mean,
Should I
is that a
roll
reasonable, course of action?
Well, tell me what you're rolling.
Also, I mean,
is it
how
safe
are
is
we
not
on?
a great question.
Are we in trouble of running out of food or water before we?
We don't need to worry about food because I can make up to 10 good berries every day, which will satisfy your hunger.
Wait.
How do you
what?
make those?
Yep.
Also, I feel like, I mean, if that's just a common ability, that seems like that would have drastic effects on the local economy.
No, it's a special thing I know how to do. It's magic, guys.
And
All right,
I can
that-
find
Here you
food
go.
and fresh-
It's a good
I-
bear.
I can find food and fresh
It's
water
chocolate,
for me
shut up.
and up to 5 others per day if the land.
As can I. So
All right.
between the two of us, we should be
So,
able to
like,
find
we're
enough
good.
water.
All right. Well, I can identify pottery and die. So, so we've done a full assessment.
But
of
yeah,
our-
I will.
Is that a common risk in identifying pottery?
Well, you never know.
Rekdar, you've now seen the pottery from beyond. So
I
you
don't
should
remember
have some
that,
new things
so.
to tell us.
All right, I rolled a 24 on my nature check just to kind of determine what I think about this particular area of the desert.
What you think about this particular area of the desert? So it is. I mean, it's as safe as you're going to get in the desert. Nothing is safe. You don't know. In particular, you don't know how many are in the pack of Tembo. You know, Tembo are pack animals.
Right.
So, and if this is in fact their hideout, not hideout, their lair, the others, if there are any others, would obviously come back at some point. You don't know when that would be, or if there are any. So you know that's
do
a
I know
risk.
Do I know if Tembos regularly split their packs? I mean, if they're pack animals, that implies that they stick together. So.
Well, you know that they can turn invisible, and that they like to kind of split their pack and attack separately to test
okay.
the group. So there could be more Tembo nearby.
Yeah, but I mean, they
You
wouldn't
would
like
probably
split them.
come together when they
100
saw their
miles
people
apart.
dying, though.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you split the pack to flank people. You don't split the pack to have like one group attack one set of people and one group attack
Unless
another.
they didn't like those people.
I am no Tembo expert.
I don't know. I kind of feel like we should try to make our way through the desert and then.
I feel like we've got a
Let's
shady,
at a-
easily defensible cave that we could hang out in.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think at least for one night.
Uh.
This is probably a good place.
Why don't we spend the night, see if we survive, and then reassess in the morning?
Okay, I'm good with
And
that.
we will leave guard.
Guys, if there's
And that
one
was
thing
how
I've learned
Regdar
about-
died the second time.
Yeah, guys, if there's one thing I've learned about Athos is that planning 4 days ahead is a little presumptuous.
I will before we bed down, I will cast an alarm spell across
Wow, that
if
is-
we're going to be in the cave.
That is super smart.
This is what I do, you guys.
I could have
So-
created a
Maybe
cloud
we
of
should all get in the
daggers.
cave first.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. It's in the cave, cast the alarm spell. Actually, I can have it
Set off
ignore
the
you
alarm.
guys. So I will have it so that none of my compatriots sets off the alarm spell.
Well, Preston, you get an inspiration
Woo!
for good role playing, and you all bed down for the night, and the night passes uneventfully.
Beautiful.
Hooray!
Can we do another
So-
one?
It's up to you guys.
We got
Also,
full hit points.
No
before
one
we-
has looked at the scroll, so I don't know if anyone wants to.
Oh yeah, the scroll.
I can't pick it up.
I can't read.
It opens that I can read it.
I would like to inspect the scroll. Hey, where'd you guys get the scroll? This looks great.
It's
It was
a
over there. I
scroll-
pointed at the floor.
A scroll of comprehend languages.
Don't I already do that just by being literate?
You comprehend languages that you know.
I don't know that many languages. So.
It's very tautological. I understand the languages. I
It would
understand.
have been really sad if that was a resurrection
Well, like, yeah,
scroll.
raised dead. Yeah, and we could have used our spell for limitless wealth and
Yeah.
just stayed here. You could
Or
have
send
left
us
for
back
a
to Tier
castle.
immediately.
We could just be living here in a castle now.
Right.
And our adventures from here on would just be like deciding which, like cleaning.
I wish the Tembos were still alive.
So do we get half of our hit dice or all of our hit dice, Scott? I think you said something about all of them
You
earlier.
get half back after a long rest.
Yes.
Scott, you
get
said
all of
something
them
about
back.
getting all of them back.
You get all of
earlier.
them back
You get
when
your
Scott
half your
says.
back, but you get all your hit points.
Oh, fine.
But see, here's the thing: if you only use 2 of your hit dice, then you're basically back up to full.
Yeah, I did not
You are,
use
in
2
fact.
of my hit dice.
Well, that I can't help you with.
So
Here's
did
the
we
thing,
sleep the other night yet?
Well, you could have helped by not saying half of your hit dice a few minutes ago, but
All right.
it's a little late for that.
I also would like some more homework, please.
Okay. So Scale is asking if we should spend another night.
Yes.
That seems reasonable, right?
Mhm.
Does anyone? I mean, do we want to do a quick vote?
I
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I had,
I'm okay with it. I recommend we set a guard,
I had
obviously,
dinner reservations in Tyr.
or
yeah.
2.
That was
Yeah.
ambitious.
I will pass out the berries, so
Yeah.
everybody can, if we're sticking around. But yeah.
Oh, this
You
night,
know what I mean?
yeah, we get super high.
They also give you 1 hit point if you are for some reason still if you stubbed your toe when you first woke up. Now
They
it's
give you
back.
1 hit point? No.
1 hit point.
I
Yeah.
got a paper cut off the scroll.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, so here, eat your good berry, and I've got let's see, 4 left. So if anybody else gets another paper cut, just come calling.
Is there, since we're going to spend basically a whole day in this cave and then another night, is there anything else to be learned that's exciting in this cave?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Not even gonna placate us there.
No.
No.
I mean, there was already a ruby skull that granted wishes, so you know.
That's
You're
kind
gonna-
of the highlight of the game.
Yeah.
The only time.
So the second night, if you stay here, it passes uneventfully.
All right, now we're up to full hit dice then.
Oh, I'm feeling
That's right.
buff now.
And Scale is back to full strength.
Is the half elf just chirping about how we should get to Tyr quickly the whole time?
She is, in fact, saying we really should get going.
Look at the
whatever.
time. Look at the
She did not get a good berry.
No
No.
good berry
She
for
feels
you.
fine.
Give her a bad berry.
She says that fight with the Tempos was impressive, though.
Yeah, from a
Or so I
distance, I'm
heard.
sure it looked great.
Tempos freak me out.
Oh yeah, and we all love them.
Love me some tempos.
Okay, should we get out and head?
So you head off. Are you gonna go
Yep.
back to Tyr or back to where you were?
Where
Yeah,
were we
let's just
supposed to
continue
be
on our
going?
way to Tyr.
Back to Tyr.
Okay.
Back to Tyr. All right.
Why
so
not?
you come back to Tyr. You are. It is as though nothing has changed. Tyr is exactly the way you remember it.
How long has it been?
We have changed.
You have changed. Well, let's see. It's been about maybe 9 days.
I can't believe nothing has changed.
No. Usually things move so fast here.
Oh dear. So you're in Tyr. What are you gonna do?
Let's go to that.
Hit the pub! Hit
that
the
pub.
pub!
We go to the pub that was recommended to
Pub!
us, right?
Yeah, there's a pub with a with a mole in it.
Yep.
That's right.
That's wherever I go.
That's why I want to go.
Every pub I go to, there's a pub with a mole in it.
All right. Let me,
That's some Zen mole logic.
Fantastic. Mole in a pub.
Wherever
Mole
you drink, there
in
you
a
are.
pub.
Yep.
okay, but just give me 1 second. I
Okay.
think you'd survive the Tembos, so. Kid, I
Were you
got it.
not expecting us to?
No, I was.
I wasn't.
Which is why he cut the number by one
think
in
you were going to.
combat.
Well, actually, there were supposed to be 5, so.
Oh my god.
Oh, goodness.
Well,
you
we did end up dispatching those 3 fairly.
I think without the
handily.
web, we would have been dead. The
Yeah,
web
that's probably
saved
true.
us there.
That's probably
Absolutely.
true.
Good job, Scale.
Yes.
I'm glad you came out of your bubble.
Woke up from the nap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that poison wine hit you hard. I know.
There was some rough stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were going to say that was some good wine.
It came out of a box.
It was
So-
with good berry. There were good berries in it.
Does anyone remember what the name of the tavern is?
Somebody wrote that down.
Yes,
Dusty.
it's the Sand Tiger's Tail,
Very
Mhm.
good.
where we should be able to find Yarnak the Mole.
Yes, Yarnak. He's one of my people. Oh, look at this map.
Oh.
Wow!
I don't know if you guys can move your characters, so attempt to move your characters.
I see a mole down in the bottom left corner. Just saying.
I can.
No.
La, la,
Okay,
la,
don't go in
Everyone
yet.
can relax.
I can,
Amla
but I choose
has
not to.
La, 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 la.
I've got some descriptive text.
Oh, good.
Near the center of the city is the dark, dangerous neighborhood known as the Maze. The grand public buildings shine pristinely in the distance, but here there are desperate people who groan beneath the heel of the oppressive tier atmosphere. All manner of thievery, swindling, and vice can be found in the Maze's dark alleys and crumbling buildings.
Sweet.
You find the Sand Tiger's tail at the end of a filthy alleyway after bribing a street urchin to show you the way to the tavern. Inside, you find a dim, smoky room filled with oppressive heat and stench. It is hard to believe that people like to spend their time here. You follow your contact procedure, which I didn't tell you, but that is that you go to the bar and you order some wine.
I'd like some poisoned wine, please.
You order
Her finest poisoned vintage.
some Tyrian wine. You specifically ask for Tyrian wine. And the barmaid's eyes narrow before she nods to a hooded man in one corner.
Point of order regarding the descriptive text. A tail can nearly always be found at the end of a dark, filthy alleyway. It's just how it works.
Also, the Tyrian wine. Is it a short wine?
Short glass.
Ooh, Lannister.
With very clever rejoinders?
I'm just assuming this guy in the corner is the Tyrian wine sommelier.
And so you go and you see in the corner there's a hooded guy. So
Is
if
there
you
somebody in his underwear in this picture?
guy
Lying down?
It sure looks like it with a shield and
look
one
like
sock.
Got a
I mean,
shield
it
in one
is-
arm.
It is very warm on Athos.
It
Oh,
is.
that's
He's
the
a
classic
gladiator.
gladiator.
He's
guy.
drank
I'm also
Tyrian
concerned
wine.
about the guy to his left who looks like Jason from Friday the 13th.
Everybody's
I think-
a critic.
Well, I feel that I'm going to go visit my mole friend, but somebody might want to come with me, knowing that I say stupid things because my intelligence.
Yeah,
is
somebody
10.
with
I
charisma,
will have-
please accompany him.
I
That's
got
not-
an 11 in charisma.
17 charisma.
is-
I'm good.
I've got a 20,
I have an
Ooh,
8.
you are
Send
very...
the bug.
Well, come on
charismatic.
along.
so I think I'll join in with the fun.
Okay, so
Hey, Mo, what's up?
I'm gonna sit back and just keep an eye on the door and the rest of the room.
I will assist.
all right, so Yarnak is a tough, weathered mole with circular tattoos on his hairless scalp. Scars crisscross his blunt visage. He eyes you with open suspicion as you approach and seat yourselves. You notice that a loaded and cocked crossbow is hidden behind a chair with a cloak thrown carelessly over it. He says, me just being here is endangering my life, so let's get this over quick. I've been told by some mutual friends that you want to know more about the beetle trade. Very well, I can help you. You've all seen Sham's Emporium in this city, which you have.
Indeed.
Many times.
Uh-huh.
You've actually been in it in the previous adventure. I've lost my place. Give you that fun fact. It's the large trading compound on the Silt Road. A small fortress, really.
We know.
Hundreds of men guard it, but it won't
20
be very good
charisma.
to look at.
Win malls and influence.
Scale and Presta haven't been in it, so they don't know.
That's true.
But I'm not even.
Oh, and Omlal doesn't know either.
Yeah,
I was
whatever.
going to get mixed up with Regdar.
Is it very different from other?
The senior agents
It's not
know
fun.
that most people don't care for their priceless beetles, and they pretend that they have nothing to do with trading parasites. He leans forward. He smiles cruelly and says, Sham maintains a secret warehouse in the merchant district. It's beneath the workshops and store of Ridisha, the trader. And now I'm going to tell you, the thing that I'm about to say I did not make up, and it is written in the adventure.
Oh
The
boy.
trader of pottery and glassware.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you are alive.
somewhere Regdar perks up. Someone say
Somewhere.
pottery and glassware?
He's not at the table, is he? No, I'm over watching the door. But my ears burn. So-
Are you into
Radesha runs his
glassware too,
business.
Regdar? Just out of
as a-
curiosity?
What?
Is that a thing?
You like
What?
glassware?
Your glassware. Do you have a love of glassware in addition to pottery?
Yeah, they're related.
Glass pots, especially, are your.
Well, those are uncommon, but I mean, I feel like you're not genuinely interested in this topic.
Stop humoring me.
So he says that Radesha runs his business as a front to hide the Sham operations there. He's really the senior agent in charge of the entire operation. You'll want to be careful. The place is well guarded. I can't tell you anything more than that.
Can't or won't.
Did you ask him that?
Probably.
He says, I can't tell you anymore. I don't know anything else.
Oh, okay.
Just tell you that is putting my life in grave peril.
How do you come to know all this?
Because I was a caravan master for one of the previous caravans that had these the Shakwat beetles hidden in them, and I found them. They tried to loop me in on the scheme, but I find these beetles and all they represent to be repulsive, so I renounced my ties with House Sham, and they're looking for me, so I don't like to be in public, so I'm very nervous.
So does this go to the top level of Sham, or is this some of his caravan masters have gotten together and started this trade?
Well, I mean, it's hard for me to believe that an operation of this size can happen without the top most levels of Sham knowing what's happening. And I mean, ever since slavery has been outlawed here in Tyr, they've been looking for a way to make up for their lost revenue in slave trading, and so they seem to have found something that's even worse, I think.
I would agree with you there.
Yeah, seems pretty bad. So, you want a drink?
Yeah, I was just going to say, we got to buy him a drink for his troubles, at least.
Would you like some poisoned wine?
And so you can see, as you're drinking, there are two entranceways. The entranceway that is closest to Yarnek and the table is flung open, and a cold wind blows out the guttering oil lamps, filling the room with shadows. In the doorway, a hulking, monstrous figure crouches. Its mouth is filled with dozens of needle-sharp teeth. Yarnek! It hisses, and then it leaps at you.
Friend of yours?
Yarnek, old buddy, old pal. Good to see you. How's it going?
No, he's just clearing his throat. He is. Really wasn't saying that.
Lozenger?
Yarnek, how are you
He's a
doing?
lozenger.
So let me just get this token.
I have some questions about the actual physical layout of the bar. I'm assuming that the bar, the wooden parts are easily shot over, but what about those stone walls?
Those stone walls are, in fact, walls. So
Okay,
There's-
Regdar will
Cute as can
need
be,
to.
really.
There's no problem with this part because the bar is pretty low.
Oh, dear.
This is like a humanoid with sharp teeth that wandered in?
So this thing is there anybody in this group who has Arcana? Is Presta there or skill?
I have Arcana.
Okay,
I
so
don't have
roll,
A somewhat decent one.
roll
I mean, I
an
could roll
Arcana. Presta, I don't think you can even see that. Where are
Presta,
you?
where are you? I'm up
Yeah.
at the top. I guess I was watching.
I am not. I am.
13.
I got a 7.
How do I make the little?
You know what?
Oh, there you are.
There-
I've,
I'm
Yeah, you
not-
can
I've
see it.
traveled
Okay,
a
so
lot.
Presta,
I'm gonna
feel
roll
free to roll.
my. I got a 16 just from my innate Arcana knowledge. I've traveled. I've seen the world. I've killed lots of things.
Okay.
the hubris of a level 4
Is it,
character.
is it a desert creature?
It is not a desert.
Okay.
It is. Anyone who gets over a 10 recognizes that this is some kind of summoned creature. It is tall, a slender humanoid with long arms and head.
Slender Man.
A Slender Man.
Anything that's gotten over a 15 realizes that this is not from the plane in which you currently exist. So it is some kind of aberration from a different plane.
Oh boy.
Creepy and unusual.
747.
It's
So that's some powerful
The plane.
summoned creature.
And as you're looking at it, you see it has an odd sheen to it, as like there's some kind of black tar dripping off of it, and it seems incredibly. It's just focused on Yardak,
Okay.
and it.
So if we
black tar looks
leave,
flammable.
we're fine.
And it will move.
We don't want to get in the way of your business.
Yarnak, your buddy's here. We'll leave
Who
you to
are
it.
we to come between two old friends?
Yarnak, we know him. He's here.
It jumps on the table and attacks Yardak.
Oh, he's fast.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can slow him down if I live long enough.
And it misses with its first thing. And it hits with a claw.
How's he attacking Yarnak through this other person sitting here?
Well, it's on the table. I didn't want to cover this other person. Is this other person a character?
Scale.
Yes, so I don't want to cover.
Can't cover the other person. He can't share a square with her.
That's why I didn't want to do it, because he can't do it.
Well, then he can't attack.
But he's on the table.
Well, we're all on the table.
No, we're not. We're sitting at the table.
I'm on the table.
That is proper
that's weird.
decorum. They don't sit on chairs.
So
Bugs are usually
Yarnak
on the
takes,
table.
15 points of damage.
Oh, dear.
Jesus.
Let's see here. And he is absolutely terrified. And let's see. Can everyone who is sitting at that table, so everyone other than Regdar, give me a perception check.
So I'm close enough to make a perception check.
Yes.
22.
25.
I have
13.
14.
All right. So you can see as you look out the window, you can outside the door, I should say, that there are some a couple of people that seem to be in the livery of House Sham. They look like guards, and they are next to someone who looks as though he has cast a spell, perhaps to summon some kind of unearthly assassin to kill Yarnak.
All right, so I quickly yell to Regdar to do something about that. He's the only one that's not at the table, right?
That is.
I am also not at the table.
Prestos also not.
Oh, okay. Well, I yell at both of them.
I'm over here.
Take out the summoner.
But I'm paying attention.
It's not the guy without the underwear, is it? With the underwear, is it?
No. So these
They're
guys
outside.
are not on the map yet, but they're outside. And so, if you are going to, and it is clear, it has completely ignored everything in this room except for Yarnak.
Well, it would be sad if we let Yarnak die, right? That's not how heroes do things.
Well,
right?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know if you consider yourself heroes.
What's-
But perhaps someone really tough should hold the doorway while everybody else tries to kill this, crazy summoned assassin.
Well, it feels like if you could take out the summoner, you could take out the assassin. So maybe somebody ought to concentrate on that.
Huh. Interesting
Um,
idea. I don't know. Once it's summoned, it's kind of.
Well,
Do we notice whether this person appears to be concentrating on maintaining a spell, or?
anyone who has any arcana would know that the summoned creature would continue. It has to be banished. So even if the summoner is dead, they will continue to be on this plane.
what if we...
All right, so maybe slam the door fast and lock it up.
And then Yarnak says, "I know a secret way out, but let's roll for initiative."
He says that.
He does, because he does.
Yarnak knows an awful lot about the workings of the universe.
Also, why would he not just describe the secret way out?
Oh, I have a
know,
initiative.
The worst.
He's just showing off his
16,
knowledge.
sorry.
I also know all the capitals of Tyr.
Speaking
20.
as someone who was recently dead, I have a secret is some of the worst dying words you can do.
Well, it's
Tell you
only
what,
attacking him, so he doesn't care.
Hey!
People.
Hey, you're not there with me.
One initiative. Wow.
Technically a 2 with my modifier,
Oh,
but I
good,
rolled it.
good, good.
All right.
I'm great at rolling ones. It's good to have a specialty.
Yeah.
Press to get a 7. Jason.
20 for Carlos.
Oh.
Wow.
Georgia. What did you get? Is it there?
16.
16. All right. Go with him. Dan.
3.
3. So you go.
Wow, I'm surprised I'm going faster than anyone.
Kachka, 22. And there are no Tembos in the bar. Although that'd be awesome. Ketchka, what do you do? So you are sitting at this table. You are sitting at the
Yes.
table, not standing on the table.
Right.
Door bursts open, very dramatically. This unearthly thing sweeps in and jumps on the table and attacks your new friend, Yarn.
Now, unearthly things will do that. Okay, so the door is still open, is that correct?
The door is still open.
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Looks like I could just get within reach of the door from where I'm at.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to assume that this creature, I mean, is it a reasonable assumption that this creature is not going to take a swipe at me since it's focused at Yarnak?
That is not a question I can answer.
I know, I'm wondering if the other guys think
that's
that's...
a reasonable question. Reasonable thought.
He'll probably.
All right, I'm going to just go... I'm going to run for the door and slam it shut
Okay, it completely ignores you.
and bar it or lock it by any means that I can find near me. Is there something I can...
So that's a move. I will say you can, there's like a knot kind of lock that you can fiddle with and knot it.
A knot?
Well, there's metal
Like a piece
is
of-
scarce here in Athens,
Oh, okay.
so they use pieces of not twine, but like leather to lock their doors, and so that's what you can do.
Got it. All right. So I slam the door shut and I tie it tightly with the knot, or as tightly as I can with one action.
Okay.
Is that an action or is that a?
Well, I'll say that closing the door is a free action.
That's right. I can deal with like one item.
Knotting is your full action.
But I can, on my turn, I may interact with 2 objects or features of the environment for free because I have multiple limbs.
Well, then you can do another action.
Wonderful. Then I will spin on my heels.
All right, that's it.
And I will whisper some dissonance at this creature that is currently attacking Yarnak.
Okay.
That involves wisdom saving throw.
All right. Well, drop a d20. 16?
That actually saves.
Okay.
So it takes half of... It takes half of 7, so 3 damage.
Okay.
Psychic damage, if that makes any difference.
It does not.
Okay. And I think that does it for me.
Carlos, your turn.
Oh, wait, those were free actions that I was able to use there, with to bar the door.
No, those were just normal actions.
It says for free.
What else would you like to do, Steve?
Well, how badly hurt does Yarnak look?
You can't really tell.
I can't really tell. Okay. Well, then I will send some bardic inspiration to Umlal, who seems like he's well pitched to attack that dude.
All right.
Okay, so Carlos, it's your turn. You see this thing run in and attack Yarnak. Has ignored. Now you've noticed that Ketchka left, and it was clear that he could have been hit, or she could have been hit, but the thing completely ignored.
Oh. Carlos. Oh, this is tricky because Carlos knows that there are people outside who are behind this. Well, Carlos is going to move over closer to the creature, and he's going to take a swipe at it because Carlos likes hitting things. I think that's going to override any strategy.
Did we have any doubt?
I don't think we did.
22.
22 hits.
14 damage.
All right. All right. 14.
Moles, stick together!
And okay. So when you hit it, you notice that it has this tar-like substance, and for a moment, it feels like your weapon's going to stick to it, but it doesn't.
Uh-oh.
So, just FYI.
All right. Good to know. Good tip.
No reason.
You're welcome. Scale.
So I saw that the summoner is outside.
Yes. Well, you saw someone who looks like they could have summoned it. You don't know if they are or not. But...
Now, with my knowledge of magic, do I know that the summoner has to be able to see its creature, or do I know that the creature is going to keep on attacking until the summoner is gone or it's defeated its prey?
You know that for the summoned creature, he does not need to be in eyesight of his creature. He's basically summoned this from another plane, and now it exists. You assume he's given it a specific instruction that it will carry out until it dies. If the caster dies before that, it doesn't get dispelled. It just hangs out until it completes its mission. Its mission will release it. So once its mission is completed, and you can posit that its mission is to kill Yarnak, it will go back to its plane of existence.
Oh, guys, somebody kill Yarnak, and then it'll.
That is problem solving right
We
there.
cut out the middleman here and the Yarnak.
Always cut out the Yarnak.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
Thank you, Scott.
Scott Coulier at your service.
Right. I'd say this tavern is a full house.
Oh,
That hurt
Boy.
a little bit.
that'd be a lot.
Okay, I'm going to magic missile the
Also-
creature.
The wizard looks like John Stamos.
Oh, now we're talking.
And he's eating some Greek yogurt.
That is exactly what John Stamos would do.
That's right. What would John Stamos do?
WWJST.
What are you doing, Scal?
I am magic
What
missiling
happened?
the
Did we win?
The John Stamos made an appearance.
Yes, John
Yeah.
the wizard.
Was he drunk?
No, he's eating
No, it's-
Greek yogurt.
Oh, duh. And I believe Scale has just magic missile the wizard. Is that right?
Yes.
Not the wizard, the creature.
Not the wizard, the creature.
The creature. Okay.
The door is closed.
The
We
wizard.
can't see
Someone
the wizard.
closed the door.
Oh, that's right. The door's closed. Look at you people paying attention. All right. Those hit. Because they never miss. Oh, it's my turn.
Does it look bothered by it?
It looks like it's completely ignoring everything that's happening and just attacking Yarnak.
Does it look harmed in any way
Does
by
it look like it gets damaged, is what I mean.
Well, it's hard to tell. This thing is is very ugly, and it's covered with this tar.
He's very cute. I think that's just mean to say that. He's a very cute-looking creature, really.
Yeah, don't judge him
Yeah.
by our plane standards of beauty.
right.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
understood.
exactly.
He's no John
Handsome
Stamos.
by his standards.
He's ugly. In any other any play.
Wow, Scott. Wow.
You know,
I didn't know it was that kind of campaign.
Disappointed in you, Scott.
I'm sorry. You know, there are objective ways of judging someone's beauty, and under those rubrics, this guy's ugly.
Yeah, are there really, though? Are there?
There are.
Oh, okay. Well, if the DM says it, it must be true.
Fair
Good
enough.
to know.
You know. So let's see. He takes 10 points of damage as the thing bites him and claws him, and he's like, stop! I actually have not put him in the order because I forgot. So let me roll his initiative. All right, he goes here. Okay. Presta.
I am just gonna shoot at the thing from
Okay.
over here. I don't feel like I need to get any closer though, so just aim at it and let's see. 24.
24 will hit.
Hooray! That's 9 points of damage.
All right.
It's not undead, is it?
And as people in the tavern begin to notice this is happening, they start to freak out.
Always good.
That's
And so this guy is running towards the door, and he's going to try and push Ketchka out of the way. And he does a 14, which I think does not push Ketchka out of the way, but
It
he's
does.
trying.
Well, if it's armor class based, it does not.
Yeah, dude, there's another door.
And so this guy.
Maybe
is running
use
towards
the
this
one
door.
far away from the monster.
In case of monster, do not use elevator.
Please disperse.
Other door.
This guy's out of here.
The creature from an alternate plane will be dealt with in good time. Please disperse. There is nothing to see here. Go out the northern door. Please
Please move in an orderly fashion.
Whatever you do, do not panic and push the 3 creed. Oh, there's something big coming over the bar.
That's the barmaid.
Oh, wow.
And she is unlocking the door.
Of all the people that would know there's a door
Wait.
farther away from the monster, you'd think it would be the barmaid.
I can't
not very
prevent her in
smart.
some way from unlocking the door?
It's not your turn, dude.
Well, I don't have a reaction of some kind I can deal with there?
You don't. You don't have limitless things to do.
I do too.
We live.
But
in a
we'll have to
world
try to
of
push you out of the
rules.
way to get
I
through
live
the door.
within the realm of the
stopping her.
rules, sir, and I follow them to the T. You should know that.
Well, it's Yardek's turn, and he is going to. Oh, this thing moved, and so he's going to go 1, 2.
Was that an ability roll that she made, incidentally, to open that door?
She is just trying to unlock it. She hasn't done any abilities or anything.
Okay, well, if she does, you let me know, because I have a reaction that I haven't used yet this turn.
Do I get an opportunity attack on that move by the creature?
Sure.
I like extra attacks.
Oh, he's out. Yarnak is out.
Yes, you notice Yarnak push against a panel, and he leaves.
But what about you left us with your guy? This is your
Well,
friend.
let's go. I mean, he doesn't care.
He's
He's
just gonna keep following.
Somebody should make sure to like block the passageway. Otherwise, we're just gonna be following that monster, following Yarnak across all of Tyr.
Maybe the
11
monster will just
damage.
whack himself against the secret
I got
door
it,
for
Jason.
an hour.
Okay.
Until he
Regdar.
passes out.
All right. So I'm way up north.
Winter is coming.
Wait, you. I think you moved me out of the bar.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I did not panic and leave the bar.
Didn't you?
I mean, not yet. I don't think I
That
can
was
get
your
to-
chance to be undercover and attack those guys who were casting the spell.
Well, I think I want to help you guys out in here before I run away. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not quite close enough to use this cool spell, so I will just do Magic Missile. I'll do the powered up version of it again, which is great because it automatically hits him, right?
It does.
Enjoy 13 damage, monster jerk.
Ooh.
All right. This guy is not looking good. He's looking even uglier.
Oh, I was gonna say because he wasn't looking good to start with.
Oh yeah, he's really ugly. Ketchka.
Yes. So there's a barmaid trying to open the door here.
Yes, a very.
I would
sturdy
like to
boy.
try to prevent her from unlocking the door by calmly informing her that if she does so, she will likely be killed. There are other monsters outside, and she should probably take the northern door.
Remain calm, but there's people out there that are going to kill you.
That's right. Please, calmly.
People out the southern door. The northern door is completely clear.
I have a question for the dungeon master.
Yes.
I think I was before Regdar.
That is not, in fact, a question.
Yes, you were.
I think I was before Regdar.
You were. I'm sorry. Your card got overlooked. So before Ketchka talks to the barmaid, Umlal.
All I'm gonna do is hit this guy.
All right.
I just want a chance. I just want a chance.
All I'm gonna do is hit
Give me
this
a
guy.
chance. Put me in, coach.
The
19.
almost.
That hits. And Ketchka, determine if you want to use intimidation or persuasion, and let me know.
I will use persuasion.
Just hold on to that thought while we finish Dan's.
Also,
All right.
Steve, you gave me an inspiration. What can I
I
use
did.
that for?
You can use it to hit, for saving throws, or ability checks.
Okay, but not damage. So
Not for damage.
sadness, but I will just when I get to roll twice. So that's one roll, and then that's
Save it for
they're
later.
exact the same. So 11 damage for that monster.
All right, it dissipates.
Eat it, monster!
Gotcha. You might want to let the barmaid open the door then.
No, there's still some bad dudes out there.
No need
All
to-
right, Ketchka, persuade me not to open that door.
I will do that. Or I will do my best to do that, I should say. Don't want to set expectations too high. That is a 4 with my +7 for persuasion. That is an 11.
All right, and she is, let's say she is a commoner.
Wow. So judgmental.
Well, she is totally persuaded, and she hops over the bar and just hides.
Good. All right. So what was that of
That
my?
was your whole turn.
What?
Listen, you did 18 million things last turn. So.
I did exactly the number I was allowed to do by the rules, my friend.
Okay. Carlos, you see that the monster has dissipated. Yarnak has also dissipated in that he's exited
Out the back
stage
door.
left.
I say we follow Yarnak.
Yeah. I mean, so the guys, we know there's people with House Shum livery out there, and so my thinking is that if we're trying to kind of infiltrate House Shum, getting in a big fight with House Shum guards might not be the smartest thing. So maybe we should just go
I
out the
think
back
they're
door.
already pretty aware of our existence.
But
and the
guys,
fact that
if
we're not-
we're going to attack their headquarters, what better time to do it than when they think we're on the run?
That's true. Some of them are out.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is I'm going to run out the back door.
The
following
only,
Yarnak.
the only possible reason to not do that would be our possible concern for property damage and loss of life here.
Let's not start now.
I don't know. What's the liability rider in our adventuring party?
So is everyone going to leave? Because if
Yeah,
you
that
do,
sounds like
then
a
we're
good
out of
Follow
combat.
Carlos out.
Yep, I like that plan.
And I mean, we can flee through. It's like a secret passageway, right? So,
It is a secret passageway.
So, like, if we close it behind us,
Like, those guys will be really confused.
yeah.
Well, the door's closed. They can't see where we're
Exactly,
pressing. So
exactly. So we're just going to disappear,
right.
and they'll be like,
Yeah,
what happened to
they'll be
our
like,
monster
"Oh."
that we summoned?
They'll be checking at the lavatory.
Do you want to buy us some extra time?
What are you thinking?
I have
Cloud
the
of daggers in the doorway.
No, well, I could do that. I have another thing. I can create a silent image. It takes one action. I have to do it within 60 feet of myself. But I can, as long as I concentrate up to 10 minutes, I can create a visual illusion, and it doesn't create any sound or smell. But, you know, what would you guys think if there was just a tembo in this bar for the next 10 minutes?
I was going to say you could just make it look like our Yarnak was still sitting at the table.
Yeah, me
I
too.
could do that.
Or a tempo, whatever you prefer.
I can make. I don't think I have the ability to make it look like Yarnak and the Tembo are drinking. That feels like.
The tempo with like a mug.
Yeah, that seems like a higher level illusion. So
We've got Tembo on the brain.
I could whichever one you guys like. We probably don't have a lot of time to debate it as we escape through the secret passageway.
What spell is this, Tony?
Silent image.
But nonetheless deadly.
Oh dear. I just want to see if it's line of sight.
Oh, you mean after I leave, basically?
Exactly.
Oh. That would be.
Yeah, that would make it moot.
Yeah, that would make it moot. In which case, we'll just leave.
Well, that doesn't say it's line of sight. So
I mean, obviously, I to cast it has to be, but I don't know
yes.
about.
So you can. I will say that it can stay stationary in one spot for up to 10 minutes, but if you want to move it, you have to see it.
All right. Well, fine. Yarnoth is sitting there in the corner. We go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Done.
Perfect.
For 10 minutes. I suspect they'll figure out that he's not there within the 10 minutes.
Yes, because they are going to try and kill him immediately, and then it leaves. Okay, so you're out of the tavern. Yarnak is like, do not follow me. I am going back into hiding. I don't know why I came out. This was a horrible mistake. I have never met any of you. You do not know my name. This
You're
never
welcome.
Sure, Yarnak, whatever.
and he flees into the city.
We
Jeez,
followed him.
it's not like anybody died.
They're only looking for one guy. You being in a group, that's
All
like
right.
a great idea.
I suggest we get off the streets because pretty soon the Templars are going to show up, and whether we get into trouble with House Sham or with the Templars, it seems like we don't want any kind of trouble of the vast variety of the 31 flavors of trouble that Tyr offers. Let's not taste any of them.
Just 31.
Well, like 8 of those are sand.
One is Tembo.
Yeah.
So you guys think there's anything to be gained by talking to Marius Amketch and letting him know what happened with his caravan?
No.
Eh.
Might he send some hired muscle along to help us, or?
I don't know. I'm having a little trouble figuring out the different motivations of people. Presta, did you have any? You were just hanging out outside the caravan. You didn't have a pre-existing relationship with him that you have to honor or anything.
No.
Okay.
I mean, unless Scott wants to retroactively build that in.
Yeah.
Nope.
Smart.
That feels like something we worry about, like, after.
You can totally,
afterward.
you know where House Amakech is. You can visit there. It's not far from this bar. I mean, it's a better part of town, but it's not super far away. So
I'm thinking he might load us up with some free magic items or something if we went over there and told him what we were up to, but perhaps not.
That's true. He does hate House Sham.
As far as I can tell, he's done nothing wrong except hire us.
that was his first mistake.
And hire
And his
some
last.
traders.
Well, no, his
Traders.
first mistake was hiring Brezrak.
Mm-hmm.
Brezrak and Holted, I think, were his first mistake.
Yeah, he
hired us
actually
after
made
them.
a lot of mistakes. So when you unpack that,
Yeah. Actually, he sucks. Let's not talk to him. He's an idiot. Pretty much all the way around.
well, hey, we might still take over his caravan business in our long-term plan. Here.
It
So
seems like it's
I'm-
pretty easy to do, so why not?
I'm
Well-
assuming you guys have retreated to your watering hole of
Retreat?
choice, your
Yeah.
sanding hole of choice,
We've gotten off the streets.
and you are discussing your next tactic.
Yeah,
I think that's right.
yeah. All right,
Let me know
so
what you want to do.
So
Mission
what about
one.
the storefront?
Hmm.
What's
We're
the
gonna invest in some
warehouse
pottery, right?
beneath the store, Ritika?
It's beneath the workshop of a trader in pottery and glassware by the name of Radesha.
Ridica.
Back.
do we
Redika? Redika?
do we want to go there
Radishes?
during
Redisha?
normal business hours or do we want to go there?
Oh, we want to
undercover?
go there during abnormal business hours.
Well, that would be under cover of darkness. Or do we scout it during?
Well,
our
you
normal
would
business
you would
hours?
know, Regdar. When do glassware and pottery merchants generally ply their wares? Is it
Well,
during the day or in the
Yeah,
evening?
during the day.
1 a.m.
No, you want to get it when the sun is high in the sky at the pottery hour, people.
Late
When
night
it
pottery.
catches
Come
the
on.
light.
But I mean, you probably would fire the kiln overnight so as not to heat up the
They
shop too
don't-
much.
I mean, the shop is where they sell it. They
always
don't
hot.
make it there.
On
But they
Athos.
put on the hot now sign. That's when you want to get your pottery. That's when it's fresh.
No, you don't want fresh pottery. Oh, Kachka, we've talked about this.
No, we have. Well, maybe we have, but I was ignoring
Good
you.
pottery is aged, like a wine that you keep in pottery.
Wow. Do you season it? I mean, is it like a cast iron pot? You need to
Yeah. Well, like
Or what now?
cast iron
Whole
pan.
pot made of cast iron.
cast
That's a
iron
good idea.
pans.
Do those exist, Regdar? Cast iron pots?
They're extremely valuable.
Interesting.
Well, not really.
Valuable,
This
not
has been Pottery Talk. If you're just tuning in with Red.
Can we can we kill Regdar again?
Is it too
Don't
late to
tell
change
him.
our wish?
I was just replying to questions.
Oh, Ruby Skull, please come back to us. We've made some mistakes.
I mean, so look. We're gonna bust in there at night. We're gonna stroll in there during the day. How do we want to play this?
I assume night is probably the way to go, given your pottery knowledge.
But we're not going to be able to talk to anyone at night. We're
That's
just
true.
gonna
We may
Who
not
do
be
we
able
wanna
go
talk
in there
to?
and- Shouldn't we scout first and see if there's any info and then go at night? Like, we're not wanted for anything. They don't know of all of our crimes, do they?
What the dude, the Sham representative in Red Obelisk or wherever the hell it is we've been, he's definitely a Sham dude. He definitely knows who we are.
Also, they
What do you-
they apparently do have magic users who can summon ethereal beings to just bust in doors. Guys, check the door.
God, if we'd only had that on the
Doors
caravan.
aren't that tough.
It wasn't us. It was the ethereal being with the tar.
Yeah.
Put him in the catapult.
Slightly more plausible than the story we actually concoct.
So it sounds like we're interested in going to scout out the pottery shop under the auspices of making some pottery purchases.
Thanks, Clippy.
Yes.
Well, you're the
And
guy
I
for
don't
that
think
one,
we should-
Regdar.
I don't think we should all go traipsing in. I think maybe some of us should, hang out in whatever marketplace happens to be in front, and then, have Regdar and probably Kachka, since we need, or maybe Scale. Folks with some charisma to go along with Regdar. I mean, he knows his stuff, but I wouldn't exactly.
We need people
sweet talking.
Guys, what could go wrong?
Is you need people to drag him out after.
Yeah, someone rescue.
Or possibly before.
This gentleman who would
bring a
like to
drink.
inquire about your pottery would like to speak through me. No, he speaks common.
You're an etiquette interpreter now?
Okay.
I'm a protocol
Let's do
bug.
that.
Okay,
Go during the
so
day.
Yeah.
Carlos
Okay.
and I will hang out in the market. Is that what's happening?
You want to be, not too far away from us. But, fly casual.
That's us.
Yeah, I'll hang out
will
outside somewhere.
peruse the offerings in the hot stew stands.
delicious.
Yeah, there's a whole buddy comedy to be made with Wall and Carlos acting casual in the market.
I don't want to be a guy selling
Carlos,
hot
Please
stew.
take a look at this hot stew bowl.
Selling hot stew in
delicious.
beer, that is a rough job.
I'm gonna just stand in the shadows somewhere and
Wait long enough. It's
just sort of
cold
keep an eye on the
stew.
place from outside.
All right, so you are going during the day. Is that what I've heard?
Correct.
Okay. Let me make sure I've got all your characters before I switch the map. And then I will read my description. Okay.
There was
So-
a spell that I considered taking that involved disguising oneself as another being of a similar type, and I was just trying to picture Kachka with like a Groucho mustache, trying to pretend not to be involved in something.
Not you. Right.
No,
it can't be
it's,
that tree green. That one has a mustache. It's not him.
That's somebody else completely. Okay, so you are going to your next directions lead you to a large, prosperous pottery and glazier shop. This is the busy merchant district of Tyr, and by day, Arena Way is crowded with throngs of vendors and passerbys,
Or thongs.
or thongs, whatever.
Or
floats your boat.
passersby.
And good lord, the
Are
shop
we
is
still wearing our thongs from the cage, by the way? I seem to recall that's what we were dressed in at the time.
you can be wearing whatever you'd like.
Excellent.
We got our clothes back.
Ooh.
But that doesn't mean we aren't wearing our thongs.
The other guy's wearing tidy whities.
That guy was awesome. I'm so sad he didn't factor into that last
I
encounter.
know. How could he be there and not factor into anything?
He ran away.
Underwear and one
His
sock.
blue undies.
So you see
They aren't whiteys anymore, though.
you're on Arena Way. You see
They're
this
full of good
this
berries.
prosperous pottery and glazier shop. The door is open. It is the daytime. The shop is open. You can do what you will. You're on Arena Way. Can everyone see the map?
It's very
Yes.
Super blown out, though.
clear and big.
It's low res.
I would suggest
I rub my eyes.
adjusting your
Oh, wow.
magnification down.
If you zoom all the way down, then it's slightly more visible.
I can
Yeah, but
see
the
one of
squares
us.
are minuscule.
Yeah, there's something weird going on.
Yeah, we all take up 4 squares. We're huge.
Oh my god.
There's some
No, this is
rendering
great.
issues with this map.
Oh, somebody
I'm
just got
tiny.
very small.
I'm tiny.
Jason, make
Oh
sure
my
you keep this
God.
part in.
I'm Ant-Man.
Oh, wow.
We're big in Japan.
This is not Japan.
I'm tiny.
So now you're all taking 1 square. I apologize for that.
All right.
This map is not high
Not
resolution.
me, I'm gigantic, I'm a half giant. Oh.
You're half giant. You're half gigantic.
And bear with me on these maps.
Carlos towers over all.
I rule you all. Blah.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're down here with us.
Short-lived.
I feel like if you put it at 60% magnification, it's not so bad.
All right.
Just more editing work for Jason.
Enjoy.
But I've just placed your characters there. You can place them wherever you like.
Okay, so it's Kachka, myself, and I wonder who will be the third person going in.
Hey guys. Gotcha. Get over here.
What? All right. Here I am.
So you're going in.
We're going in.
So is it an open doorway that we can see a little bit of the
Yeah, so you can see that it's a well-kept storefront with even shelves displaying numerous examples of pottery, including jars, urns, plates, and jugs, and glassware, mostly bottles of different types with rare crystal pieces or mirrors. You also notice some crystal swans. At the
crystal swans! I could totally blow those up right now.
And so I didn't bother to put anybody else in here, but there are a bunch of people in here looking at the wares. There's some people who are clearly employees of the shop, helping customers.
Guys, I could jack up this shop so bad right now.
It is a very, very large, prosperous pottery shop.
How big is this?
In that case,
entire black square
if I
is
see
the
that
shop?
kind of
Yes, that entire black square. It's a big
Right.
shop.
as I see through the door that it's that huge, I'm actually going to go inside and just sort of kind of stand against the wall, and I rolled an 18 on a stealth check to just sort of be like, I'm just looking at pottery and don't notice me. So
Okay.
I'll just be like there. So I'm keeping an eye out, but I'm not looking like I'm with them.
I gotcha.
So what we're searching for is any of the secret passages that would lead to beneath the store, or any strange happenings while we talk to whoever runs it.
We're just kind of casing the joint right now, yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, there are. I'm drawing in.
There's a waveform in the upper right.
I'm drawing in a
look at
crazy
that.
counter here, but there's a counter there with. It seems like there's a well-dressed merchant standing behind the counter, who you would imagine is the owner of the shop.
You're not coming in, Regdar? You're not.
I'm sorry, I'm trailing behind, I guess.
You're in shock.
Yeah, I'm just
This is
like,
your
wow.
dream come true. It's
No, but I'm
finally
ready.
happened.
I'm ready. I'm formulating my.
He's gonna lose it if any of us break any of these pots in battle. I'm just
Guys,
saying.
everyone be really careful.
And so.
It's a nice shop you got here. Shame if something shattered to it.
Interesting. So the proprietor, who I will give this thing. So he does not have a bow, so nobody freak out.
Well, he's wearing like a
friendly at
bow,
all.
like a decorative bow.
It's
Yes, it
actually
has
a bow tie.
Yeah.
Which is
bow
actually
tie.
humongous and shaped like a bow and arrow bow.
Well, it's shaped like a novelty bow and arrow. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the fashion in Athens right now.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't it be?
As you do. He's a human, middle-aged. He looks like a prosperous merchant. And he says, "Welcome to Racina's House of Pottery. How may I help you?"
Well, we have heard that this pottery shop has the best pottery in all of the land.
You've heard correctly, my friend.
Well, can you show us some of your finer sets of pottery? Because my friend over here is about to have. He's really excited about pottery. We have traveled, like, throughout lands to try to find the best pottery shops. So could
Well,
you
you
show
don't
us?
have to go far. You found the best pottery shop in all of Athens. What? And he turned. Your friend was Regdar, I'm assuming. Did you point to Regdar?
Regdar, yes.
He says, "Good sir, what kind of pottery can I help you with?"
So I think Regdar would like to, reach deep within his wealth of pottery knowledge, and he's looking. He's going to name probably a particularly rare kind of collector's item as far as pottery goes. Something that might be stored in the back under extra security.
As he does this, I'd like to look behind the counter for anything that might appear to be like a trap door or something obviously the entrance to some sort of secret tunnel.
Well, if a secret entrance was obvious, it wouldn't be very secret.
Well, it might not be that secret. It might just be, a door in the floor.
There are no doors in the floor that
Oh.
you can see.
All right.
And so he says, I see you're a true pottery connoisseur, sir. I sadly am out of stock of the Nibidian clay jars, but I do have a shipment coming in next week. If you'd like to come back, I'm sure I can. What size jars are you looking for?
Large.
Ah, yes. Well, those are a
course.
pretty penny, but I have the finest ones imported. We can't make it here, as you know. The clay in Tyr does not have the same striations as it does in Nibia. So
Of course. You don't have to talk to me about striations.
Well,
Well,
I apologize.
given that you don't have exactly what you're looking for, would it be too much to ask for a tour of your facilities in case there is any other items that might catch our eye. We are, we're doing a bit of import-export work right now, and
are you? Are you working with one of the houses?
we're working on our own, but we have
a young upstart house.
significant capital with which to invest.
Although we have done work with House Sham in the past. And
We have.
Yes. We have some.
Oh, shop, really? Well, they're not known for pottery.
This is my friend's special thing. He thinks that pottery is going to be the new wave, and I tell you, you get in with him, he's going to make you a pretty penny. He loves his pottery.
Yeah, we really believe that pottery is going to totally disrupt the closed container market. This time next year, no one's going to be talking about barrels. No one.
So roll, Regdar, roll a deception check.
I am not good at those.
Deception is a thing. Hooray.
Do we have aiding
Oh,
or
dear.
helping in this
6.
version of D&D anymore?
You subtracted 1 from your total, by the way.
Yeah, my charisma bonus is a minus.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Sadly, accurate.
must
But
be
he's in
better.
my aura. Shouldn't he get a little extra?
No.
I may just come off like a scummy dirtbag investor.
He's like, well, I laud your go-getting
Yeah,
attitude.
there's still going to be barrels in a year. Easy.
I'm pretty sure that, well, I love pottery. I think you might be overzealous.
Would it be possible for you to show us around the shop, please?
Certainly. Let me just get someone to cover the counter for me. And he yells out, Zigby, get up here. Zigby, I don't know where I came from.
Seamless, Scott. Seamless.
I just made that up. So somebody who also doesn't have a bow and arrow.
Also wearing a bow
Wow.
tie.
You guys look so similar.
We're
It's a very formal place.
half cousins.
They all had the bow, the bow-shaped bow.
You didn't
is
look at
really
the sign
kind of
over the door.
uniform.
You didn't look at the sign over there. Zigbee and Zigbee.
Says, follow me, and he takes you down. So there are
The bow-shaped bow guys.
there are rows of shelves with festooned with pottery and glassware. And he says, is there something in particular you were looking for, milady?
I like things with lots of sparkles, something with maybe some sapphires, perhaps a few emeralds, and I would like it to carry around, also to hold like jewelry, and maybe a small cup as well.
All right. Well, we can help with the cup, and I do have some containers that could be good for jewelry, but none of my things have jewels affixed upon them. We could do a special order, I suppose, but I don't have anything in stock.
We could do maybe glassware instead.
Oh, certainly. Right this way. And he takes you down to, let's say, he goes down to the front of the store where there's a bunch of glassware, and I assume you go with him. Oops, that's not you.
Following.
Is everybody? What else? What is everybody else doing while he is showing glassware to scale?
I think I'll sidle over to the counter and have a chat with Zigbee because his name intrigues me.
Sorry, Scott.
No, that's all right. Zigbee says, "How can I help you?"
Did I hear your name is Zigbee? Are you from
sir.
Urek? Is that a Urekian name, or where are you from originally?
Well, a funny story. My great-great-grandparents are from Uruk. Well, one of them was my great-great-grandfather. His name was Zigbee the First. I'm actually Zigbee the Third.
Of the Urek Zigbees, yes.
Yes, well,
I think I've heard of you.
Formerly of Uruk. We moved to Tyr 2 generations ago for greater profit. My great-grandfather fell in love with a half-elf from Tyr, as you know. Story as old as time.
I hear you.
And their great romance led eventually to my parents.
I've fallen in love with many an elf, half-elf myself. Yeah.
Well, I hear that
There are...
your folks love elf, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Wink.
I'm gonna follow him around. I'm gonna walk around the edges of the shop
Okay.
and kind of touch the walls and touch stuff to see which areas he does not seems to get more anxious and upset where I start heading down towards.
Well,
Around
as
the
you're
perimeter.
touching fragile, expensive things, he's like, "Oh,
No,
please,
I'll
I
touch
can."
the stands that they're on, not the actual objects.
And he doesn't seem perturbed at all.
And just to clarify, so far he's really just giving us a tour of the front room, right?
That
it
is
seems
correct.
Like
This is the showroom.
we got to get behind the scenes, one way or another. So
And Presta, are you doing anything in particular? You're
I'm-
well hidden. No one has noticed you.
I'm just sort of skulking, and maybe I'll kind of just very slowly, as nobody's around, make my way around the perimeter and just sort of check out the,
Oh, nice.
the walls just to see if there's anything obvious,
Okay, so
or
give
even
me-
not so obvious. I'm skulking. That's a slow process.
It is. Let's give me a perception check if you're looking for like particular secret doors or something.
19.
You don't find any.
Okay.
So
The doors, Scott, that the way that they go into the back rooms, are those two doors
yes, those are doors. Let me reveal.
locked?
Well, you'd have to see if they're locked or not.
Do they have locks on them? Like,
They look like they can be secured.
Okay.
Those are doors. Those are fuzzy doors, but they're doors.
that's a huge room not to have.
He's very prosperous. He continues to talk about all various kinds of glassware and pottery. Zigby continues to regale you with his entire lineage.
Yeah, so I say to Zigby, is it just you and Reseda here in the shop? You guys co-partners in this thing?
Oh no, I work for Receiver. He has a large staff. We've got a bunch of glaziers in the back. I'm hoping to become a potter, but my throwing is not so great. But I'm working on it. But Reseda has told me that I should work the desk for a while.
Yeah. Well, you got to start somewhere, right?
I kind of broke a lot of things. Well, I started making pottery, and then I kind of been demoted.
Oh,
Does he
boy,
have
I hate
a
when
set
that
of-
happens.
Does he have a set of keys on his belt?
Not that you could see.
Yeah, I imagine sometimes you drop a pot and something something inside the pot crawls out that you're not too excited about, huh?
I feel like
That
there's a
probably
lot
happens
of
a lot.
pottery talk going on here, and yet we haven't heard anything from Regdar. I'm very confused about what's happening now.
Regdar's just soaking it all in. Now, my friend did ask about the option of having jewel-encrusted things, and you mentioned the possibility of a special order. Now, is that something you would contract out, or that you would potentially do in-house?
Oh well, sir. I don't want to insult you, but I don't contract out special orders. We do that all in house.
And would it be possible for us to see where that all happens? I think that's really important before we, come to any kind of arrangement.
I would definitely have to make sure that the jewels were of the finest quality. And,
I just
and
want
no
to see the
offense, but-
conditions under which the artisans work. I mean, that's who
Fair.
wouldn't.
Are you suggesting that the conditions in my shop are anything but spectacular, sir?
They are so spectacular. I can't wait to see them.
Oh, a true connoisseur. Well, this is highly unusual, but why not? Although I think I'll have to ask your Thrycreen friend to stay out. Thrycreen, notoriously clumsy.
Wow.
Since when?
He's a racist.
Phil.
As if that answers everything. He's a racist.
So, Zigby, your boss, bit of a dick, huh?
You did not hear him say that. He whispered
Oh.
into Scale and Regdar. So he says, "Follow me."
And so we do.
And so Ketchka, you see Scale and Regdar and Reseda pass by.
We just kind of wave to him,
And he opens this door here.
I'll shoot a little telepathic message to him saying, if something happens, scream at the top of your lungs.
That is
And
really smart. Wow,
I'll come
yeah.
for you.
This is we're doing really well. This is really building up to our inevitable failure. Slow and steady.
That's right. So you enter into. He says, "Please mind your hands as we go into the storeroom." And oops. 1 second. Let me just move somebody. Whoop. And he opens the door. ... Here we are.
Suspense is building.
Ah, it's so crazy.
How did he open the door?
I wonder how Zigby's career is going to go.
So you
Well,
What did he use to open the door? Just he opened it, or was there a
he
key?
just opened it.
It feels like it's already on a downward trajectory. at
I
this
feel
point,
like
so.
no. There's a lot of potential here. I mean, he could either come into. There could be either a large opening in the hierarchy above him,
That could happen.
That's true.
or this entire place could be burned to the ground in an hour. It could really
Well, let me
go
tell you,
any
I'm
direction.
getting the impression from his boss that there already is a large opening on top.
I wonder if if Regdar's career trajectory was similar in that he tried to do pottery, couldn't, and decided to go into paperwork.
Oh, that's a sad state of affairs. I hope that didn't happen.
Wow.
Those who can't do talk about it incessantly.
And file paperwork about it, yeah.
So this is a storeroom that has crates of earthware and packed bottles are kept here ready to ship.
Looks
This
like
room is
there's
more
some kind of
cluttered
guard.
and dirty than the storefront. The door is tied shut with a complex knot, which he unknotted. And you see a guard, and Reseda says, "Oh yeah, well this is where we store my stock, so we need to keep it under lock and key."
Of course.
And so, actually, and then he says, "Haha, this is not the way to the workshop."
You turn around.
Very professional.
I just wanted to show you we have much in stock, but let's go this way.
I've had worse
outside.
stores. At least it ended in the storeroom.
So, Zigbee, your boss ever been in this building before? Just curious.
And he says, just between you and me, he drinks a lot.
Well, he's all right then.
And so he takes you into this other door, which is also locked with a complex knot. And this is just an office.
So, these complex knot locks, are these a standard Athasian feature?
These are pretty standard.
Okay.
Not like complex knot locks that we can cut with like a knife.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, like, it seems like they might slow you down a little bit if you cared about not just chopping the rope.
Yes, that's right. So
Well, nobody owns scissors. Everybody's
You
a
know.
clown.
True, that's true.
There are several desks in this room. There
Mhm.
are clerks working at the desks keeping accounts. There's bookcases with the books of the store. This is clearly his office. He says, "This is my office. We usually don't bring people back here, but we need to go through here so we can get into."
And I would assume as we're being taken around, we're looking around quite carefully for any places that look like there might be some kind of entryway or passageway, or even whether secret or just discreet, that would lead to a lower level.
Well, sure. Roll perception check.
Do I get a bonus to that? Uh, 15. You had to keep him busy, right? We have to take turns.
So with those two rolls, you don't notice anything.
Oh.
And you continue into the workshop. So several large kilns fill this room.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a bunch of craftsmen making pottery. It's very hot in here. And there you go. But does Carlos and Umlal want to do anything? Nothing's happening out there. People are shopping. Various things are happening. Normal things are happening.
Okay. Should we meet up? Maybe have like a sandwich or something?
I'm still chatting with Zigbee. I've just discovered he plays.
Yeah, by all means, back to Steve.
I think what Carlos is going to do is Carlos is going to walk the perimeter and pay attention to if there are various exits and entrances to this building.
All right. Alma will go the other way from Carlos, and they will meet up.
You'll probably also walk past Presta at some point, right? Presta, you're hiding in a shadow somewhere.
No, I'm
Preston's
an
hiding in the
inside.
storeroom.
Oh, okay.
So
Scott,
you guys,
I'd like to ask Zigbee if he plays guitar.
Zigbee says, "No, I don't have any musical inclination. My true passion is pottery.
Oh,
I'm not very good at it, but it's my true passion." Umlal and Carlos count 7 entrances into this building. Presta, are you doing anything? Well, there's been a little bit of time, so you can do something if you like.
Just going to continue. I would like to make my way around the inside of the shop. I'm not going to get too close to anybody that works here or the counter. Just sort of check out all the walls. So I'll probably
Okay.
make my way over here at some point.
So will say there's been enough time.
Search again.
You've you don't find anything.
Okay. I'm mostly hanging out in case something goes terribly wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which sounds like it might. Okay, so back to our tour. So Reseda says, "See, as you can see, this is a well-kept workshop. He's speaking loudly because there's lots of commotion happening. A lot of people are working in here. It's very hot. He says, we shouldn't stay in here too long. It's very hot. I wouldn't want your lady friends to be discomforted. I hope this serves as enough proof that we can handle any special order you may need.
All right.
Though
Well,
he
it
didn't
seems
get
like
racist
and
gems.
sexist.
I am racist and sexist.
This is you got to discover. You think it's the pottery industry is traditionally quite racist and sexist.
Yeah, you really got to get past the pottery ceiling.
It's
No.
well, it seems like so we want to know where the gems are.
Where the
That's
gems
our-
are?
Well, no, that was part of the pretense of our tour, right?
Where are your gems at?
Where are your gems at?
We were wanting to see. You were going to show us how the quality of your gems are absolutely.
Well, we might
fabulous.
take a moment because this is the work.
I've already heard that the pottery is second to none.
Because we're inspecting this area, right? We could take a good, thorough look around before he takes us to our other.
Yes, and he says, well, we wouldn't supply the gems. I don't have any gems here. You would need to supply the gems, and then we could affix them to pottery.
Oh.
So, Zigby,
Yes.
I have some family members, some close cousins they're very small and mobility challenged.
Oh,
And
and
when
that's sad. Is that some kind of congenital disease? That
It is, I'm
Valkyrie
afraid. Yeah, it's
suffer
a
from?
bug thing. Yeah,
That's
they've got
unfortunate.
the raid. I don't really want to talk about it.
Oh, dear. My thoughts are with your family at this troubling time.
So I'm wondering if maybe you have something that could maybe transport. We could use to kind of carry them around when we get together for family gatherings. You know, something about I don't know, maybe like a dinner plate size that I could tote around.
Well, sure. I
size.
can have one of our associates show you. We have several vessels that could to help you with that.
Interesting. Well, let's see. Let's
How many
have a-
exits are there again?
7. 7.
Okay, well, why don't we thank him and head out?
Oh, well.
Because he's not.
Okay.
It was my pleasure. Let me know if you need anything. Send the specifications along, and we can. You'll need a down payment, of course. But I'm sure we could do some business.
Okay. Probably as we walk out, we should be kind of checking.
Mm-hmm. We'll we should redo the
Alright.
his room.
Roll again in the office.
Not so good for Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 is not gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm not very perception-y. Hey.
Okay. So as you're walking out, you walk past a bookshelf. That's
That's awesome.
a bookshelf in a pottery barn.
that seems to be there's some kind of you notice it's on hinges, which seems odd for bookshelves. So you think perhaps you can open it up, and there's probably
Also,
another bookshelf for adult
who
DVD.
in Athens owns enough books that they need a whole bookshelf? That's really suspicious.
well, there you go.
Hmm.
And so what do you guys do?
I think we just
If
keep
we
going
mark
for now.
out where it is, I want to see how he gets. Like, is there a lock to this room too?
Yes, this is what the same complicated knot thing.
Oh, the knot thing. Okay. Okay.
And he's like, all right, well, thanks so much.
Is there any of the books that he has anything that talks about dealings that he might have done with beetles to whom?
Well, he's standing in the room. Are you gonna look through his stuff?
No,
while
I
he's
just want to
standing
see as we go past his desk if there's anything that we
yeah.
notice.
there?
How to use beetles for fun and villainy.
Nothing unusual on his desk.
Shot
I see you have
dummies.
glide to glazing. That's
Okay,
that's a
I head
classic.
out.
All right. Yeah, I think we accomplished our mission. Believe it or not.
All right, well, thanks. Come again.
Believe it.
I will
Hey, well,
wait
that's
until
like
a couple
you,
minutes.
Zigby, my man. It's been nice talking to you, dude. Hey, if you ever learn to play guitar, come and look me up. We can jam good with Weird and Gilly. It'll be great.
Oh, great! Yeah, let me know when your next gig is.
were those
and,
words?
I'll come with my my
Dry
betrothed.
cream, Mars.
So you guys leave.
Yeah, I will wait until they, shortly after they have left, so it doesn't look like I'm just following them, and then I will sidle out.
All right.
Head
Now
on.
I think that well, what are you guys gonna do now?
Well,
Well,
let's
I
make.
think we should meet up, right?
I was thinking, guys. I don't
Really
know.
fascinated with the architecture of this building.
It is.
We got
beautiful.
some popcorn out here. I got a hot dog. You know.
So maybe we should meet up somewhere down the street so it's not obvious that we are convening directly in front of the pottery shop.
Stand right in front.
Sure,
I noticed a hole here.
This is the market area, so you can go a couple blocks down. You find a food vendor, and you settle down for some sanded scorpions.
Ooh, yum.
Mhm.
Delicious.
It's like gnawing on Carlos's armor.
Indeed.
But only once a day.
So
What have we learned?
We found. Okay, so we tell them that we found the secret bookcase that leads downstairs
Presumably.
into the warehouse, presumably.
Yeah.
Um,
It wasn't too hard. It wasn't too far into the whole shop. Though we came in through the front door, we may not want to. If we came back at night, we might not want to come in that way, because that's right on the street, right?
Are there other entrances or exits,
Well, there were like 6 others.
guys?
Well, there was one main door, and that was all that we.
There might have been some other ones. You should have asked me before I started eating the popcorn.
So Carlos and Umla will know that there seem to be 2 doors that go into like a courtyard area, and they could ascertain that the other third of the building appears to be where Reseda lives, so it's his house.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
So if
probably
we
don't
sneak in
wanna
the middle of the
break
night, we
into
probably want to avoid that part.
We
Yeah.
were out here a long time. We've learned a lot about the outside of this building.
It's true. They are experts on the outside of this building.
So does it seem like maybe we want to come back tonight and go down the and see what they're hiding down in the basement?
Got to be really good to know where his actual bed is, so
How-
that we could.
So you can use knock.
No, I'm thinking. Well, yeah, partly. So we could potentially cast magical sleep on him
Oh.
from outside the building, and then knock on the doors without fear of waking
I
him
mean,
up.
the other tricky thing, I don't know. We only saw one guard in there. I would imagine at night there might be more guards in the area.
or people actually going to the secret warehouse.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's. I mean, will the shop be completely silent? Will the shop have guards patrolling, or will the shop be empty with guards patrolling outside at night? We don't know.
Are there any loud pubs in the near vicinity? There.
Yeah.
Yeah,
noise?
we're down the street from the pub district, the loud side of it.
There's your favorite pub, the Ickard Carapace, is right around the corner.
Oh, maybe Kachka, you could go and make
Would
some
we
friends
know if
there.
that pub would be loud enough to maybe cover a noise that was made that could be heard about 300 feet away?
For
Is it
example,
raucous? Is it a raucous pub?
Really
Icker pub.
It's a fairly happening pub. It is the middle of the day, so it's not like the super.
I mean,
rowdy
at
pub.
night, when we might be likely to come back again.
Oh, at night. Well, you think that you could certainly rile up the crowd enough to make it noisy.
Yeah,
This pub is not right next to
yeah.
the building, though.
Like we could maybe start a conga line down the Silk Street here.
Anything is possible.
Hoot nanny.
That's right. You'd have to roll performance and see if you could get people
There we
to
go.
follow you.
I will
but-
perform out in the street come midnight or so, and I'm sure they won't notice when I turn around and open one of the doors behind me magically.
So is your plan? What is your plan? Do you have a plan? What's going to go? What are you guys going to do?
Well, maybe we should come back under cover of darkness and see what kind of a guard presence there is before we make up our minds.
If you wanted, I could be invisible and snoop around to find out how many people go in and out.
That sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, we probably don't want to. I mean, it seems like. I mean, we could the slow version is like you scout out the whole thing overnight tonight, and we go the next night with more information. But I don't know if that would be more complicated than just you scout for a couple hours tonight, and then we decide and go in.
Hey guys, I could go up to everybody who's outside the building directly and just ask them what they're doing around the building and if they know anything.
Let's keep that in our pocket.
That's a better plan.
Could you just knock everybody out one by one, Carlos?
Possibly.
Yeah.
You probably could.
Hey, I'm a mole. How are you? Go to sleep.
Actually, it's a family name. Boom.
Yeah.
So I think this might be a good place
Yeah.
to stop.
I don't know what makes you say that. I mean, sorry, what?
So there we have it. What mysteries await you in the pottery
Interesting.
/ glassware shop? Who
Finally,
knows?
pottery is a plot point.
Next time, we'll explore a basement, the deadliest of dungeons.
We will go behind the bookshelf.
Where
guys
no
find
man has
another
gone
bookshelf.
before.
Where no Potter has gone before.
Probably.
Harry Potter!
Did you
Yeah,
learn
he's just a
anything
very.
as a group?
He's got lots of body hair. That Potter.
Digby Potter!
Not magical
Too
in
much
any way.
information.
Just a very hairy person.
Did you have a button saying,
He
ask
makes
me about my
pots.
sorcerer's stone?
Yep. Yep.
All right. Well, thank you all.
All right.
I'm going to stop broadcasting now.
Thus ends another
Should've gone with
edition
Chamber of Secrets.
of the Total Party Kill.
Goodbye,
Bye,
13
bye,
viewers.
scum.
Wow.
Goodbye, 13
Whoa.
viewers.